am Good Chaos. We are back to D&D. I am still Good Chaos from 3 seconds ago. We're back in it. It's been a hot minute. We've been playing Star Wars. We've been having trouble getting everyone together. We will be continuing the storyline where we were, which is, if you guys remember, you just got an airship and you're gonna go on the airship, and then you're gonna take a hot line into enemy territory, and you'll probably die. We're gonna start by introducing ourselves with the bestest of girls.
I play Lucia Peritas, the happily, committedly possessed Shuni, former Oracle of the Big Bad. I have to look at what she actually is now, Sorcerer Warlock.
Beautiful. And then the one who makes the best decisions in the party, always.
I feel like that's iffy. I'm Oliver, and while I'm the group therapist, I also have my own problems.
That is true.
Mainly with hags.
You're not the only one. Next, the grandpa of the group.
Oh yeah, that's me. Tito, baby. Everybody's just realizing that Tito's a grandpa.
He's old. He's
Intercontinental grandpa.
He's already at the tippy top of his life.
Oh.
Tito's been to the tippy top.
He's on his way back.
I was on the body bottom.
You guys just never notice how loudly he groaned after each fight. Oh my goodness!
dramatic.
And now the dwarf,
Coming out of retirement.
the dwarf with questionable morals.
The dwarf, Borin, who no longer cares about much of anything except for his friends and finding his people. And while he hasn't yet broken his oath, there's nothing really preventing him from doing it other than he hasn't needed to.
What is your oath, by the way?
That was my question.
Fuck bitches.
Why are
and
you
get money.
asking questions I knew the answer to months ago?
Well,
Drink as much as possible.
that's a good oath.
Right fast, eat ass. It's a good oath
No,
to
I
have
wrote
as a
it.
paladin.
You know, but we had a character.
I hope that was
the
a-
campaign.
That was
not
the
work
oath
out
to
for
throw
him.
it back.
Oh god, the throw it back paladin.
Devotion.
Does it count if you break your devotion to your god?
Breaker energy.
Last and certainly not least, the newest of the party members that also doesn't like hags.
Hiya, I play Aoife, the Mark of the Shadow Elf sorcerer, who is currently very upset about the possibility of a hag, and also in inner turmoil with her emotions and her feelings toward the group, trying to find out where we open up and where we stay closed off.
We're gaping. We're open.
Everybody's an open
Your
book.
robe was definitely gaping.
It was. So was yours. You started it.
Nothing
Uncomfortable.
about that, right?
No.
Oliver was. You didn't give a shit.
No, me. I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So, we're gonna speed it along. We're gonna say that you guys have loaded up. I know that you wanted to do other stuff. I don't think anybody remembers what they wanted to do though. Call me crazy.
We have like a full. We rest, right? We have all the stuff.
You rested.
Okay.
You did all the stuff.
How long rest?
Yeah, long rested.
Like
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're like
We went
level
to an
30.
inn on the ship. They have they have a barracks room. We just got the
Was it-
best sleep ever.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because
You're
it's
wrong.
been a minute. Probably. Damn. All right.
was quick.
It was a gnomish flight machine, not a ship, right? And it
Yeah,
had
I thought it
a
was small.
one way in, and we were not getting it back out, right?
Yeah.
Slingshot.
We're gonna
Okay.
land directly on top of the tower.
They don't expect you to get
don't
there
hit it.
without interference or whatever. You know, they said that they had bone dragons and guarding aerial things. So it's not like, oh yeah, we'll just go in, whatever.
And
we
did
can
we
do some invisible.
We'll come in from way higher than they'll ever.
did we
The tippy
get a
top.
holy hand grenade or something? Right, we were working on bombs. There was a
Explos-
bomb
yeah,
maker
we-
I met.
Oh, were we at home?
You were in Sancta Verde. Holy
That's
moly.
where we figured it out. Okay.
Hey.
I was
Yeah.
gonna go have an awkward conversation with someone.
Crap. Wow. Go figure. All right. So now that we know where we all were, what are you guys doing? I guess it's the next day. It's the morning. Oh yeah, you haven't had your conversation. That's awkward.
I don't
We're gonna
think
do
it's
something
actually gonna
like
be that awkward.
Okay. You
put
don't-
invisibility in my stone. Do we want more invisibility?
Mm,
Or do we want more fireball? What do we want in my stone?
I need more fireball.
I mean, both are good.
We're probably gonna get
Trust
seen.
your judgment.
I feel like the fireball might be
Okay, and
necessary.
I've done a
it's not so much
fireball
being
in my stone
seen.
last night.
They can like smell us to something, right?
I just mean we'll be detected in some way, I'm sure.
Yeah, so blow them up, not hide from them. That sounds good.
I would have cast it last night before going to sleep, but fireball into my stone.
We'll come straight at their faces, brother.
She's never done it. She's always had Marlon, always had Oliver put a invisibility into her stone, which she's doing. She just cast fire.
She's fireballing into her stone.
Mhm.
If I had, I would
was like
fireball. Bam, 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 bam. I don't have that though. Great. Fireball in your stone.
I have 10 small bombs, 6 fart bombs, and a tunnel bomb in my inventory.
Fart bomb. I forgot. Perfect.
Like
Wait, tunnel bomb. Should we just tunnel underneath?
Oh,
Probably
we
take
can
a
tunnel
while.
underneath, set out.
I think
set
it's
off
weird
the
that
fart
you-
bombs,
You guys made that
figure out what
that
is-
attempt last time too. The tunnel underneath one. I remember that thinking that's so stupid.
I feel like
That's
it's just
crazy.
too far to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like half a continent away.
What if
It'll
we
take a
go
little
over, then
Hmm.
tunnel with the bomb?
It's not
We
like
got that.
We get shot, we aim, we drop the tunneling bomb, which I'm imagining is like an explosion with like a going into the crust.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
bombs.
like-
That's a
it?
drill. That's a drill.
It's like the Vertisaber, right?
That's a drill.
Just
That's
keep
not a
it
bomb.
going.
That's a drill.
Wasn't that tunnel bomb a drill that explodes out of
I
a
heard of
pocket
that, too.
dimension?
You can use bombs as drills.
If you have, guys, I want you to try it. Do it. Do
That's me.
it.
An explosion of confetti, and like a magical drill comes out, like a big bulldozer drill with a wild goblin on it, or the Scoot Squad, and then he just starts going down.
I definitely want you to do it. Please.
Scoot Squad's out right now, unfortunately. They're doing some reconnaissance. Yeah.
We're gonna
We
call
did
it.
add Squirt to the Scoot Squad though last time, so that's
And
good.
Flip flop.
Flip flop, grab bag, big brain.
Flip flop because
Rixel.
he has a massive dong.
For a goblin, yeah.
Scoot Squad's gonna be huge at some point. We're gonna have like Scoot Squad Alpha and Scoot Squad Beta and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Not the hobgoblins though.
Scoot Squad Prime.
We get really distracted. So,
No.
pushing us forward.
We're just getting started.
Anything that people would like to take care of in Sancta Verde before they head back into the great, dangerous.
I think we should play them like a farewell concert for going off to battle.
Oh yes, we've got to do it.
I think there should be an awkward conversation with Lara Moonshine. I want to watch it. Do it for the fans.
feat did I take? Did I take the
Defense.
inspirational sport speech or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, you said you were going to take that because I originally had it, so I undid it and gave it to you because it made more sense.
I have a Warcaster. Maybe I misunderstood you. No, I probably just did that because I don't own it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I was definitely going to go to Alara's house for sure.
Okay.
Lucy will go to the gazebo
yeah.
cathedral thing. The
First gotta
cathedral.
Get it on.
So, Oliver, are you going to the cathedral? Okay.
Whatever it is, the church, the gazebo that became a church, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
the
it?
church. It's bigger now.
We had like a apparition.
You
moment
guys
and
did
we
go
turned
there,
the
and you
gazebo.
saw Davros shirtless doing forms.
Okay, yeah,
Wait, I thought he was
that's why
underground.
she's going back. But I think as I'm not a shipper of with Alara. I'm a shipper of Penny. But I think we should do this through.
All right, Alara, you're at Alara's house then. The knock, knock, knock. The scent of herbs. The door opens, and Alara smiles at you and goes, "Oliver, hello, come in."
Hello there. Long time no see. I don't really remember anymore.
A couple, like a month or two.
Really?
I don't know, like 2 weeks. It feels like it's been, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months, 6. While
No, I'm not that long, right?
it just feels time away from you apparently seems to be playing tricks on me. And she smiles.
Yeah, you telling me. I don't fucking know where I am right now. I feel
Well-
like we were. Where was I earlier today? Some village way at north. I know the name of it, but the dumbass playing this character can't remember it.
Marin Shore.
Yeah, we were there like
Oh.
an hour ago. So that was crazy.
Wow. That is crazy.
Um,
Very strong. You can teleport now?
Hey,
Congratulations.
we're getting there. So as a part of the journeying process, I think you've kind of figured out at this point, or from the beginning even, because you're a pretty intelligent person, that we have some like weird stuff going on with like coming from other planes and such and purifying things. I think we told you that.
Yes.
So as a part of that process, I kind of found out that this isn't my original body, apparently. I think do I know what the other one looks like? I think I just know that I'm taller, but I
You were
don't necessarily know.
a human. I think you know that the person you're
Yeah.
in is a human. Oh, you mean a previous Oliver?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I probably would, right? Like mirror. I don't know.
Human. You know you're tall. You don't know what. I don't think you know exactly what. You have an idea that you are some sort of very tall race. Humanoid,
Lucy seems
probably
to-
based on like your hands and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's a human. Lucy seemed to think I was a rather strapping, large person, so that's kind of a weird thing to find out. And apparently I had like a whole nother life before this one that I had forgotten. So we're kind of trying to rescue that and figure it out. I might have a wife, apparently. She doesn't seem to remember if she was or not, but we're going to try to rescue her either way. And,
I'm sorry. Did you say a wife?
yeah,
that in there.
apparently.
Yeah, you did sneak that in. So wait.
I didn't know that I had one. Well, obviously,
Okay.
right?
So what?
I mean, you've been you were definitely playing hard to get at the beginning, but also I think that we've built a strong connection. And I do like you quite a bit in different circumstances. If I didn't have a wife with children, this conversation wouldn't have happened at all, probably.
Well,
but
it's been fun.
I do think
I had my fun. You had your fun. That's fine.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say, like, it's not that the classic, like, it's not you, it's me, but like literally it's a different version of me, even, like, so it's not even me, it's some other dickhead that shared my spirit or something like that. I don't really know exactly what's happening. But if I could share a few words, I think that you've kind of been on the outskirts of, this beautiful thing that's being built up. She's still on the outskirts of the village, right?
Yeah.
She's not in it.
No.
And I think someone with your intelligence and despite the outward appearance, someone who cares quite a bit and seems to have a good head on their shoulders about what's right and wrong. I think that you could do a lot of good if you did decide to engage with something like that.
I'm all right. I do all right for myself, Oliver.
Oh, I know you do.
Uh-oh. We lost someone. Alright. Oh, come here.
Couldn't handle the emotion of this scene.
There it is. It's just not who I am. Like, if this conversation were happening several years ago, I'd be plotting your demise and whoever you were married to's demise, so it's just not my scene.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I know you're a good person, but I think that maybe it would do you some good too to kind of engage with some of the things going on around you. It's easy to get lost in time when you're kind of isolating and secluding yourself. And I think a lot of them would benefit, maybe not as much as you if you engaged with them, but I think you could help a lot more than you maybe give yourself credit for.
And she smiles at you. You're a very sweet little gnome human, I guess.
I don't know.
But
right now, I'm a gnome, but
why don't you worry about what you have to take care of? I'll be fine. I'm a big girl. I've done everything I need to. You have plenty to worry about, and I shouldn't be one of those.
I mean, just because things are going in a certain direction doesn't mean I don't care about you.
And for old time's sake, she opens the door.
I take out the note that she gave us originally, and I smell it one more time, and then I hand it back to her.
And she leans down, and she gives you a little kiss on the cheek. Now leave.
And when she bends down, I give her a hug. But whatever you say, strange lady in the woods.
The door closes. Very very harshly reminding you of the very first time you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
I'm pretty to try to change her.
yeah. You go be friends with everyone else. What? Who do you think you are?
And she's hanging out on the outskirts. I think she just won't admit it to herself that she wants to be around those kind of things.
Maybe.
Otherwise, she just wouldn't be near it at all.
Maybe. We'll find out next time you come to Sancta Verde. Maybe she's dead. You killed her.
Yeah, people make their own decisions.
Are we having like a Dido moment?
Who knows?
The hero leaves.
You're assuming that Oliver's the hero of this story. You haven't met my DMPC.
No. Hold on. Human Oliver is Big Bad's lieutenant.
He definitely wasn't a good guy. It wasn't on purpose, though. He came good in the end.
So
yeah, I mean, it's okay to be interested in the occult, but sometimes it goes a little far.
Yeah, we're back to
Can I make a persuasion check to try to influence her to maybe engage a little bit?
At a disadvantage, sure.
No, normally, I feel so. That here's my thought process. I was gonna say normally I feel like it'd be a disadvantage, but because we have fostered a relationship, I feel like a flat roll might be fair.
You dumped her.
Yeah, but we weren't
Suddenly.
even like.
yeah. Welcome back. It's so good to see you. I was married. Bye.
Oh, she kicked me out.
What
Yeah.
happened in the 30 seconds I was gone?
I got a 16 and an 18, so I got a 30.
Okay. That's a really good roll for getting.
I can't roll under a 10 anyway, so but I just rolled really well.
Good to know.
Those are gonna be. I'm gonna need those later, and I won't have them.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens. You use all your good rolls.
Yeah, on things that don't really matter that much, but to make the character it would.
So are you guys going back to life, back to reality?
I think we spent the night here already. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's the next morning. You guys have done your resting, unless anyone has something to do. Oliver
This
is
is going to the gazebo.
Oh, the gazebo, right? Yeah. You are at the gazebo.
I want to sneak in. Is Davros there?
No.
Okay.
Pretty sure
Not
Davros
that she
is...
wanted him to be there. I mean,
Unless you want him to be there.
well, let's not ask Lucy that. So she skips up to the altar, whatever altar they have there.
Mm.
And she looks kind of awkward. And she's like, "Do I kneel?" She's kind of like, plays back and forth, holds her hands behind her back. She prays with her little shooting heart as hard as she can. Just take Anduin back when I'm gone. Whatever happens, take Anduin back. And she tells Anduin to shut up and not listen to this. And can I roll a persuasion roll on a god?
You can roll persuasion, yeah.
20.
Is the DC higher or lower than trying to talk your ex-girlfriend into engaging with the community?
Oddly
Lower.
enough, lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get her to engage with you.
I mean,
She skips up.
As you make that prayer, the clouds roll in, and you have this there's a nice glass that's pseudo stained glass as best they could do, and as you do that prayer, the clouds roll in, and slowly the stained glass turns faint and pale.
Was he always this dramatic? She has Anduin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always. Little baby.
You're not helping my case.
Well, you asked. Lucy, there's
Were
nothing he
you-
can do. You made
Were
the
you in
deal.
a ball like Orby? Were you in a ball like Orby?
Yeah.
Think you back into a ball?
Lucy, what we've done cannot be undone by any god. It doesn't matter
You mean
what...
our marriage?
Don't call it that. What
It's forever, isn't it?
the contract we signed... Okay, yeah, it's
Covenant.
still not a marriage. You could call it a contract. The contract we signed means that forever our souls are entwined. No deed any god does can undo it.
Like a covenant. You.
It's
What's
not.
that?
Okay. Deep Anduin sigh.
Because it literally it's an exchange of persons, not of goods.
Yeah, exchange of persons, not of good. It's not a covenant. It's a contract, though.
So it makes it a covenant.
No, it's a contract. No, Lucy, it's a contract. When a warlock signs their soul away, it's a contract. It's not a covenant.
Covenant.
It's.
There's no love in a contract.
There's no love in this covenant. God dang it!
That's hurtful, but I still won. And there is love, because if I didn't love, I wouldn't. And she does a shut her mouth and skips off to her friends.
All right. Anyone else? Or back to Marinshore?
If I get a
Where
level
do
for
we
winning a
go?
word game with a demon,
No. What? An entire level? No. Dude, I started taking blood pressure medication because my blood pressure's high, and it plummeted to like 130, which I know is normal, but I'm sitting at 160 normally, so I'm pretty sure that means that I'm getting less oxygen to my brain, because today I've been in a fog all day long. I don't know if that's how that works, but it feels like it.
That's crazy. If I saw 130, I'd be starting to worry about myself, because I'm like 115, 120 at all times.
Yeah, 130 for me is 130 is normal.
Yeah.
But before I was way higher than that. And so I have less blood. No wonder you're like you are, Grant. No wonder I'm like I am now, because all my blood's gone from my brain, all that oxygen. I'm just saying I'm not doing well mentally today. Stop with the face, Oliver.
I'm not playing Marvel Rivals, so I'm in a great state of mind.
You gotta pop
it's
some
always
brain
better
pills,
than that.
buddy.
All right, so back to Marin Shore. Nice.
We do it. We do the portal thing.
You guys step onto the
Mhm.
portal. What is it? 1 minute or 10? It was 1 minute, right?
Yeah. Uno momento.
And you.
How's Alara? As we transport.
Been it before.
He ignores you,
Yeah.
apparently. Wow. Rude.
I was finishing the spell, so I didn't hear it.
Oh.
That's what he
He
says.
says otherwise.
What? What'd you say?
Your face, it says
Here we
something.
go.
Proof! And then you all appear right next to each other in Marin Shore.
Ooh, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. High five.
And your face?
I'm walking.
That's
already.
cool too.
Wait,
has a cool face.
you had to do your little scanny. You have your little stone tablet that you have to like to say that you have your thing, but then the door opens and then
Oh, that's right, the membership.
all the
Mario.
the magical brooms and stuff, and off in the distance you hear, "Welcome to the Wizard Tower. It's me, Mario. Mario time. How can I help you?"
Wait, were the imps still having sex?
You guys, you are not. The imps were having sex up in the Wizard's Tower itself. You are not
Okay.
there. You are in the main level.
I just had to make sure I
It's
knew
up
where I
there.
was. Okay.
Are there imps making like funny eyes at each other?
No, they're very well
Like,
behaved
they're looking
imps.
forward to going back there.
The ones
No.
that are down here are better behaved than the ones that are up there.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones
you
that
gotta
are
graduate
Oh,
downward.
dang. Okay. I thought they were trying to graduate up there.
no.
That's what I thought too.
The ones up there are in training, and he's beating that habits out of them.
Oh.
You can't be with people if you're gonna be all demon. You gotta be
thought it
well
was just
behaved.
That kind of establishment, brother.
No, it's a what? No. So
Are there imps at tip to tip?
they're
Lucy just says it out loud. And she realizes what she's blurted.
Simple at times. More
I don't
complicated.
end to end.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Something was
And
going on.
you guys make your way to the
Making my way.
landing platform with the ship where you were told to go at the Gnomish Inventors Guild. And as you go in
Helmets
there,
for us.
no, but as you walk up,
Yeah, like an Amelia Earhart,
yeah, they might. You don't know.
like a white scarf.
Maybe. You don't know what they have for you. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. There's a tall tower sticking out from the Gnomish Inventors, and at the top you see the airship that you'll be riding there. It looks very boat-like, but on the sides of the boat there are struts sticking out that have a sort of ethereal fabric that's flowing gently in the breeze.
I can
And
see those.
On the back, there's some sort of mechanism that is looks that it might power it by some means. And you guys walk in, And there's the clanking of metal on metal and little gnomes running everywhere. A lot of yelling in Gnomish. If you speak Gnomish, a lot of Gnomish cursing.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm just like, haven't had Gnomish tongue in a while.
Only
What's
from
that one
Melbra.
mean?
You don't want to know what that one means. I don't even say that one.
Wait, is it like something about the technology?
Yep. That's
It was-
definitely what it means.
It was
Look,
definitely a
little
type of
magazine.
technology. I think I'm the only other one who speaks
I'm
Gnomish.
surprised.
Yeah, it's just the two of us.
Aoife looks toward the two people that speak Gnomish. What, safety concerns? Or just
Oh yeah,
Oh, wonderful.
definitely.
Oh,
It's kind of like
Something off to the
thing
right
about
explodes loudly.
Gnomish engineering is
Complain
like
about his safety.
it's
she visibly
revolutionary,
pales more.
but also not
inventors.
stupid. Like, you know,
Yeah.
stable
Mm.
maybe would be the word.
Something off to the left explodes.
See,
Even more pale.
Gnome goes
She-
running on fire.
I don't think we have to be concerned about that. It's over there, not over here. We're over here, not over there.
I try to get some water to throw on him.
And he gets put out. Ah! And in Gnomish, he says, those who speak Gnomish, thanks. That was fun.
but what set you on fire this time?
It was my famous casserole machine.
Are there a lot of gnomes or just this guy?
There's a lot of gnomes. There's
Okay.
a good... In this room, there's a large workshop filled with picture like the Great British Baking Show with just like rows of stations with gnomes inventing, and you have about 20 gnomes and they're all doing stuff. If you need something, you may go to wherever you want to go, he says in rough common.
We're gonna be the ones taking the ship on its maiden voyage. So we were hoping that we could maybe talk to the people who were on the ground, so we can get some insider knowledge.
You go see Master Tinkerer at back. Very
Alright.
smart. Very boom.
Are we loading the bombs on yet?
You live.
We're taking the. We're crashing
hoping so.
with bombs.
Bombs. Big boom.
Good, we have some of
Can I
our own
fly
too. That's even
myself?
better.
Big boom indeed, bro.
Big boom.
Big
We should have.
boom.
Does anyone have
Big
featherfall?
boom.
We
Big
should have bought a
boom.
scroll of featherfall.
Big boom.
Aoife is under her breath going, maiden voyage means first, not last. Maiden voyage means first, not last.
It could be
Maiden
both.
voyage
I was gonna say,
Boom.
it means
All right,
first,
Tito.
it couldn't mean last.
I think he'll just do that forever. So let's go find the master.
Me
master
too,
tinkerer.
brother.
Big boom.
Big boom.
Big boom.
I leave Tito. He can do this all day.
And you
I'm just mindlessly following.
at the back of the shop, you see what the gnome that looks to be least covered in soot, with the most headgear on, almost like the headgear is like the more headgear you have, the more senior you are. So he has several pairs of glasses, maybe 6 of them sticking up, and he has some things that like fold all the way over. It kind of looks like.
I was told to speak with you.
Hello. Yes, of course. Nice to meet you.
With Tito's tots. We're going to be the people taking the.
The test pilots. I'm so excited.
Is this, I spoke to him in Gnomish. Is he replying in Gnomish? Or
He's
is
replying in Common.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I am visibly swooning. Just like I hear test pilots, and I'm just like,
So
I say in Gnomish to it before he starts going again. one of our people is a little nervous about going in the air, so maybe keep test pilot kind of language to a minimum, if you know what I mean.
Aoife, do you
Guinea
want,
pigs! The guinea
You want
pigs are
wings?
here!
Oh, that's so much worse.
Do you want some wings?
Ah!
Wings?
Don't worry, we have special protection! Bring the hats! And the scarves!
Hats. Oh, I do love a
And
good hat.
they come out with little leather flight caps, little
Nice.
with
I'm
goggles
so
on the
hell
top,
yeah.
and then 5
Hell
scarves
yeah.
of varying colors. These are not regular or normal. The hats
Right, they're beautiful.
will help keep you on the ship. The scarves will keep you from falling to your death.
How does that work?
I'll take one of those. And she just like hands out, immediately just opens her palm. Just whatever color happens to land in her hand.
What color would you like? We have white, and we have black, and we have a pink, and we have a salmon, and we have a green.
Well, I'll take the salmon one. That'll
I'll
look
take
good
the
with my
black
green.
one.
I'll take the pink.
She wraps the black one around her neck and just ties it a little too tightly at first.
When Aoife bends down to take the scarf from the other one, if I can, I'd like to try to put a helmet on her.
On Aoife?
Yeah.
I guess unless she's fighting it.
I just try
like
to
like the flight helmet, like you're trying to don it on me, or
yeah, like with the little leather cap on you, and then put the
I
goggles
just-
on too.
I just see when I lean down, there's that moment of like I'm trying to put the scarf on and you're trying to get the little helmet on. I'm like,
Yeah,
and I
was
just
trying to
lean
keep you,
in, like okay,
distracted.
sure, yeah, yep, totally distracted, completely. Is it good? Is it on? It's gonna stay.
Oh, you look great. Wait, the goggles too? There you go.
So
Do I
Now you
believe?
look ready to fly.
No
do I
boom,
believe-
big fly. I'm looking around for another new gnome to just be like big fly
Big
instead of
fly,
big
big
boom.
fly! one of them says, yeah. Sorry.
I rolled
Screaming
a-
across
18,
the
Also,
18 inside check.
big boom! No, same one.
Do I believe that these are magical and do what he says?
Yeah. I mean, why would he lie?
18 inside.
Why would he lie?
What color's left? Why'd you got distracted?
White and green.
Who wants white?
I want white.
Lucy has it in her hand because she called it first.
Do you come? Were you about to get it? Oh, would
She
you like
grabs
this?
right
You're a
in-
paladin. It works better on you. She puts her on his neck.
Aw.
Lucy, if you want salmon, you can have it. I can do green. I just thought
You're a
salmon would
paladin
look
and
good with
she-
the green.
Does one of these to Borin.
Us paladins
Ow.
are supposed to
Who's
be
coming
pure.
to take the scarf? Ow.
And then
Do you want
off
the green
from off,
or-
big
or
boom!
salmon? Okay.
Big boom.
Put on. Put their goggles down.
You going green? Okay.
That goes
Salmon
good
it
with
is.
your fur color. It's very beautiful.
Okay, now if you will follow me, I will explain to you the
Get clashes with my
intricacies of
purple.
this machine. And he starts go upstairs, and he's just talking. I need an intelligence roll to even start to grasp what he's saying.
Can Lucy say,
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
sure,
going to
let's
understand
do
any of this?
If I'm proficient in tinkerer's tools and
Yes, you
I'm a
can.
gnome, do I get
An
advantage or anything?
Yes.
okay?
21.
You said intelligence check?
14.
I'm not flying it, right?
So
Oh,
I'm so
Everyone
glad
above
everybody
a-
else is more proficient.
yeah, everyone
Good.
above a 20, he starts talking about the mechanics about how it flies and these aether technology, and how there's still kinks in it, and the machine is actually pretty finicky. And he's got to don't worry, he's gonna tell you how to deal with the boomies. You would catch that part, everyone who's not. I'll teach you how to deal with the explosions. And the explosions are, and then he starts to go into more technical mumbo. Picture Star Trek jargon. And so if you made your roll, it makes sense and like mostly safe. if you don't understand, he said big boom and then started talking about flux capacitors and the wiring and how the wiring can sometimes just cause spontaneous combustion. And so for those of you that didn't get it, here all of the naughty words, but those who get it go, oh yeah, no, but then there's the housing around the unit, so it's perfectly safe. But you guys don't hear that because that's mumbo jumbo jargon. And he gets there, and there's the airship in all its glory, big and beautiful. It smells of stain and wood and oils, and it's actually a very nice aromatic thing. There's also the hint of gunpowder, and it's overall, except for maybe the gunpowder stuff, it's a very nice smelling machine.
I have a question for you before we, and now that you've gone over everything.
Yes.
Do you all take, like, and this isn't for me, do you all take, like, applications, or is, like, work experience kind of taken into account if I knew someone who maybe would be a good fit for this kind of stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we have applications and then tryouts to see if you can join.
I start pulling out some of the bombs that he made, so I can show him, like, this is some of his work. Is this things that you might be interested in or could help him improve upon, or?
Is it okay if he's a sociopath who likes rats?
Sociopath is a very difficult word.
He's a little weirder than the guy who keeps yelling "big boom," but not
Rats?
much, I'd say.
I mean, so he's not, so I guess it's
now.
okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Who down
So I
there
could
is
just
it?
bring him here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a tryout for him. He made these. These are very goodly made explosives. Packed pretty tight. He like tugs on the fuse a little bit.
He likes a big boom.
I like big boom too.
He didn't do it that time.
Yeah. You're up in the airship now.
I just figured he could hear us anyway.
So, for those of you now, if you're on the ship, and if this part catches on fire through any means, self-induced or external, and then he starts to explain. I need another check to see if you guys can follow his instructions to keep things.
Dude, I'm just flat 14s across the board. I know nothing.
Wish I could roll the actual specifics.
So maybe maybe Big Boom over there. Maybe he can hear us, but we can't hear him. You know,
It's possible.
Maybe he's just saying big boom.
Don't know. Yeah.
21 again.
Nice.
Maybe that's why he says it.
I didn't roll very good that time, so I don't understand this one.
Lauren,
I got the first one though.
You rolled with advantage, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
If I get, so wait, proficiency would be +4. So I would have had, and then I get,
So, Born, you're the one person who picks it up.
yeah, it would have been a 19, not high
Makes
enough, right?
the most sense. You, as a dwarf, have worked with gnomes before on gnomes and dwarves often work hand in hand, so they might make cooler inventions, and yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship, really. And so you pick up everything he's saying pretty well. It all makes a lot of sense. There are parts that if they catch on fire, you have to put out by jiggling this and jiggling that. Basically, if anything happens to the airship and you made this roll, you get advantage on fixing it. Everyone who didn't gets disadvantage. Not that it's gonna come in handy. I mean, why would it? You know what I'm saying? So,
You said he didn't plan.
Fine.
do we got it? Do we understand?
I think
Everyone
this
good?
sounds pretty simple. We
It's
got this.
simple, right? Easy.
Sorry, what?
Even an apprentice could. Well, that's not true. An apprentice would probably kill himself. But you guys will be fine, I'm sure. Would you need anything else? Everyone got their caps on? Scarves? Okay. Now, recite the gnomish Pledge of Allegiance. I am a gnome.
I am a gnome.
I am a gnome.
No.
I'm not a
I am not afraid of blowing up.
I am.
I am
I'm afraid of
not
blowing up.
Blown up.
blowing up.
If I blow up,
I'm not
If
gonna blow
I
up.
I
blow
blow
up
Hold up.
And lose my shoes,
And
and
don't have
lose
shoes.
lose my shoes,
I will forever spend eternity
I will
will
forever
forever spend
spend
eternity
eternity
finding them as a ghost.
finding them as a ghost.
But I don't have any shoes.
I don't either.
Is Andrew 72? Oh no.
Well, then you guys have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
But you
You can
all,
help me find my
off my
shoes.
boots.
I'm not worried.
everybody ready?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to meet with your brother first? Oh, okay. Here we go.
I don't know.
It's autopilot,
okay.
and he takes a little.
Wait, do we have like seatbelts?
You're wearing your hats, right? And he shoves this little wand in the back of it, and he takes a flint and steel. You'll be fine. And
I
it,
tried holding on to stuff.
and if you have your hat on, you're fine. You don't really go huh, much. You feel it, but you don't fall over or anything. And it, this little bubbly picture like an old school. I feel like there's a movie where I've heard the sound
Herbie.
before. Maybe, yeah.
I was thinking chitty chitty bang bang, so
Chitty Bang Bang is another good example of the noise you're hearing, and it's not smoke so much as like black glitter, almost like
Ooh,
little
pretty.
sparks of black poofs of glittery smoke.
It's if Lucy and Aoife both got together to decide what should this let out.
And it smells fine. It smells like, it doesn't smell like smoke. It doesn't smell like really, it smells
Cotton candy.
what you would think of if you were to set the astral sea on fire, is what it kind of smells like. I don't know why you agreed with me. I can't picture what that would smell
petrichor,
like.
You know the smell right before rain when you know the rain's coming?
Yeah, but like in this
That
case,
smell.
it would be like magic. Before magical rain.
Magic rain.
Yeah, magic rain. As if you
Chocolate
set
rain.
the astral sea on fire. It singes your nose hairs a little bit. And if you have magical sensitivities, it kind of makes you a little bit nauseous to smell for too long. So if you are a magic user. And with that, you go and you look down behind you, and people were like, "Oh, look, Mom, look, Mom, it's a flying air machine." And the
Yeah,
kids
they're
are
like
waving.
airplane windows. We're like,
Well, you're on a. So what it looks like, I guess I could picture like a Viking ship almost that have.
oh, it's open.
Yeah, it's open. You're on deck. There's railings, and there is no mast, but there are two wings sticking out the side, and the big gnomish engine on the back. There is a raised platform on the front, and then a sunken innard, and then a raised platform on the back where you can go tinker with the engine if you need. There's also a small compartment for tinkering with the engine underneath, and there's a small compartment in the front for maybe like 3 people, if it could fit 3 gnomes or like 2 regular sized people. It's not made for gnomish comfort, but there is bedding tucked in there so you can like pull it out, and if you need to sleep, you can sleep. And you guys out past over the city. Kids are chasing after you, waving. There is a loud pop, and I need somebody to go deal with that because the engine is now smoking and on fire. There's smoke sparkling out from where it shouldn't.
I'll
I look at the
go
2 people that
over
speak
that.
gnomish.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, we'll walk over
All
there.
right. So roll
I'll,
your that same check that you made to deal with it.
Maiden
Don't worry.
voyage is first voyage, not the last voyage. Maiden voyage is the first voyage, not the last voyage.
Oh, it's easy. It's no problem. Oliver, you picked up enough to understand what's going on.
I think I get proficiency, so it would be an 8. It just adds 4 to my rolls.
Boren is like,
7.
so he was talking about this. If this happens, you should. And Oliver just punches it, and then and the smoke fades away. and as it just keeps on flying and going a little bit higher in the air. And you guys start traveling across the beautiful continent for a nice week-long journey to get to the border.
I can see Dick Island.
No, Dick Island is so far away.
I totally thought it would take that long to get there. I also thought we had to cloak ourselves when we got closer because they'll be able to see.
That's what we wanted to have
Ship.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, we
you
have the
can't-
potions.
We should just put feathers on the wings.
Make a object invisible with a spell.
No. Pretty sure invisible specifies creature.
If we put feathers
Willing at
on,
that.
they'll think
Creature
we're
you
bird.
touch.
Time passes. It's actually a very peaceful journey. It does sail around the storm
Everyone
clouds.
played. Lucy
Ooh.
always has her deck of cards. Who's played Go Fish with Lucy? And who has taught Lucy poker?
I would definitely play.
I would probably play and teach poker. Yeah.
Tito will play.
That'd be something that she'd try to like help you learn your poker face too. Like, have you practice it back at her?
Just like,
Like,
I have aces!
No.
I fold.
I would try
She
to
was
give
bluffing!
somewhat, like in the mornings, I would try to give everyone like an inspirational kind of like, all right, this is going to be challenging, but I believe in you all. We're the right team for this, just to like give us inspiration or inspiring leader. Should be 14 temporary hit points.
Okay, I need to hear it though. I need to hear the speech.
My feat says that I spend 10 minutes inspiring my companions.
I don't need a 10-minute speech. Just give me a little snippet. Just give me a little bit of tidbit to see it. How inspiring.
Just kind
it
of what I
is.
said before. Like,
No, you gotta give it.
You know, we've spent a long time together, and I care about you all, and I know that there's no one else that I would rather have with me on this journey, and that we can, gather one of our final companions before we move on to the next stage of our journey. And despite some of you being scared of flying, you're doing great.
Lucy goes up over the side.
Perfect.
Who I was talking about knows who they're being talked to.
Oh, okay.
All right, you guys can have your temporary hit points.
14.
Maybe it's Bill Braun.
Beautiful, relaxing countryside. Like honestly, this is like once in a lifetime thing. You've done what very, very few people have, and it's obvious. You get to like not even flying. Like you get to watch the clouds passing and the.
Oh, yeah, Tito's
You've
gonna
all
be at the
been in
front
an
of the
airplane, I'm sure. The first time on an airplane, but this time you're like out and exposed to the wind and the birds flying by you. Occasional bird poop plopping on your deck. Not your penis. Because that's
Tito's
not
I didn't
out.
have that out.
Tito's doing the Titanic.
Lucy
This
was
would
in
be a
that one.
great place to tan, though.
yeah, it would. And eventually, after about a week, you guys finally arrive at the border, which you could tell it's the border because there's a very large river, and the atmosphere changes very, very drastically as you cross over the border. The sunlight visibly dims. Aoife, your senses go off because the entire Umbral Empire is under a similar situation where the land is all dimmed to help with natural drow light sensitivities. So drows get to be hanging out above ground because of because of magic. So the wind, everything goes colder. The land it goes from lush and vibrant. And as you got closer, it was like, less lush and vibrant, but like almost immediately after you cross the river, it's just dead, dirt, black and dark as far as you can see. Any tree you see is devoid of leaves. And you travel this way for a while. your little buggy. The air, the happiness kind of dies down. Also, before now it was very much like, let's play this thing, but now you're all very much on edge, and you're very much aware of where you are as you
Try to
travel.
keep everybody a little bit calm with like some music and trying to keep them busy and stuff like that.
I would say my request would be to clock what Boren's attitude seems to be coming into this.
I'm stoic.
Tito's still.
He's still doing the Titanic.
He's still
He's just a
Titanicking on
little
the
more
front.
sad.
Yeah, Tito's just feeling
Lucy's
himself.
gonna
I'm
hold
just
his waist.
sitting in the corner. You almost think I'm meditating.
Lucy,
But I'm
we're so
not.
high up right now. This is incredible.
This would
If
probably
there
be the
was-
first
if
part
there
in the
was a
journey.
top, we'd be there.
Nice.
And
I think this would be the first part in the journey where Aoife is just not looking seasick, airship sick. She's steady.
focused.
Locked in.
Everybody lock in, and as you notice as you walk past, you see groups of like far off, not near you. You're kind of away from roads, but you see the occasional patrol of undead creatures. Oftentimes, there's one lumbering hulk that looks to be an amalgamation of body parts. Other times, just a group of skeletons walking around. Very varying types of undead.
How
Some-
far away?
Very far off. Not far enough, far enough that hard to make out. There's just been so many of them that eventually Tito on the front's like, oh hey, look, there's people down there. And then as you guys all look, it's not people, it's undead. And then you see more and more, and the farther in you go, the more wandering groups of undead you see. They don't look to be shambling. They look like they are moving in formation and with purpose, though. And then
Maybe we should have brought some holy weapons with us.
We're supposed
Like
to
the
give them
holy
some. I
folding
think they-
chair of doom or something.
they gave you some. Wait, did they give you? You guys requested some special stuff. You got given stuff. Oh yeah, you guys got given stuff. Dang it. When I say I didn't prepare, that's what I mean.
That's all right.
I mean, we're definitely capable of telling you what you gave us.
What would you guys give me if you had a choice?
Marlon, you're the expert here.
Holy hand grenade.
Radiant dim
Holy
healing hand
folding
grenades.
chair of doom.
Yeah, I mean, we have the potions already that will kind of mask us from them. But yeah, I would assume like maybe some scrolls of, maybe like I can't remember what that spell's called that like infuses your weapon with divine magic, and it does like an extra D4 of holy damage each time you attack. Radiant damage spells.
So I know I have Sacred Flame, and whenever I do my social ASMR thing, turns my wings on, I get radiant damage for that.
You guys are.
Because I knew that we had discussed starting that stuff, so.
What about these? Do you not like these? You can have those if you want.
Oh, okay.
What are these?
Would the ammo be good for like a frontline one like Tito or Boren?
I'm gonna go potty while you guys read those. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Sunforged Amulet emits a constant dim radiant light in a 10-foot radius. As a bonus action, the wearer can speak a command word to emit a burst of sunlight, 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim, for a minute. Undead within the radius have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws against being turned. Once per long rest, the wearer can cast Sunbeam. That's fucking badass. Vigilant Stake. This wooden bladed weapon deals 1d8 radiant damage to undead. This weapon reduces an undead to 0 HP. The creature cannot be revived unless by a wish spell. As a bonus action, you may plant the weapon in the ground to cast protection from good and evil in a 10-foot radius for 1 minute. Ghostword Cloak. Cloak woven with threads of silver and moonlight. Grants resistance to necrotic damage and immunity to possession. Once per long rest, the wearer can become incorporeal for 1 minute, allowing movement through undead without provoking attacks of opportunity and ignoring difficult terrain created by hauntings and spectral zones. Bell of the Final Rest. Ringing the bell causes all undead within 60 feet to make a wisdom saving throw, or to be turned as if by turn undead. Those CR or lower are instantly destroyed. Okay. Once per long rest. +1 AC. Or no, that's a shield.
We had, correct me if I'm wrong, we had cloaks that were going to be given to us. Or it was a potion, not a cloak, right? That was going to give us the ability to go for a small amount of time to be undetectable
Yeah,
with
we
the
have those.
undead. Okay, so we do have that. I am not a weapons user. I am definitely more magic, so you guys can figure out what we would like everybody to have. But I don't want to get close, because if I get close, I'm going to get fucked.
Circle of Power. Yeah.
And
Thanks for
I
letting me pee.
can't use a shield.
Oh no.
So one of you could take the Vigilant Stake and the Sanctified Bulwark. You actually, it can only be you.
This is paladin or cleric.
Yeah.
See, the
I
issue
wonder
is
if
if
this
I
is-
use a shield, I can't use. I can't attack twice per turn.
Use Vigilant
Why
Stake.
not?
Oh.
You can't.
then
You're a
I
paladin.
lose.
You can do. You're a level whatever paladin.
The only reason I can attack twice is I have the Polearm Master and extra attack thing.
What level are you though?
That's your bonus
wait.
action.
You're right. You're right.
Also,
Teeter
Circle of
fence,
Power is a
damage.
5th level spell. I'll read it. Divine energy radiates from you, distorting and diffusing magical energy within 30 feet. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you, centered on you for the duration. Each friendly creature in the area, including you, has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Additionally, when an affected creature succeeds on a saving throw made against a spell or a magical effect that allows it to make the saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage. So that's really good. It's a 10-minute long spell.
What if Aoife has the Ghostword Cloak that if she gets surrounded, she can get out?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I can't hit twice. Yeah.
Also, because I can't wear that because it gives immunity to possession, and I don't want that.
Yeah, I should take the.
Bulwark.
Probably the Vigilant Stake and the Bulwark.
I was gonna say, yeah. The only reason I'm not using a shield is because I'm using a glaive. If I'm
Yeah.
dropping the glaive, I should just take both.
Agreed, yeah.
The only thing is, it requires attunement,
The shield does.
and you can only have 3, right?
Yeah.
So do I give up the 19 strength, 19 con, or the super jump ability?
Ah, super jump. You're not gonna need
Probably
it.
the super jump.
Yeah. All right. Anyone want boots of springing?
No, I'm good.
What do they do?
3 times your jump or something like that.
Yeah, while you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30, unless your speed's already higher. If you're encumbered by wearing heavy armor, you don't have any speed reduction. You can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump further than your total movement would allow.
Oh, okay.
We could give someone the Bell of the Final Rest and the Sun-Forged Amulet. Undead within the radius have disadvantage, and it'd probably be better to have that on a frontline person.
Which one?
The Sun-Forged Amulet.
That's I
I'll
wonder
take
that should be
That
Tito,
drops
because it's
something,
like
though.
I
So
don't know
the
if you'd
Sun.
ever be
You
that
think I'll need to
close. 'Cause
fly?
I'll probably fly above.
And then that way you could also do the Bell of the Final Rest too, because we want people rolling the saving throw of the Bell of the Final Rest to have disadvantage, which they would if they're within your radius of that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could do it as
Instead
well. I
of,
guess.
instead of Ward Gong, he has a bell now.
Yeah, I can take.
Ding!
I can unattune to something.
Yeah, what would you have to get rid of?
Either Wings of Flying or Gem of Seeing.
Probably the gem.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Are we gonna be indoors mostly or outdoors mostly?
Probably a mix of both.
Yeah, maybe I will drop
Yeah.
the gem because I think I'll be able to shine sunlight anywhere, right?
Yeah, you'll be bright everywhere we go.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Exactly. And then yeah, the cloak can go to Aoife. She has the slot open for it.
I can drop one thing and use it.
Well, just
What are you
unattune
dropping?
to it. Don't throw it away.
Right.
Everyone's so focused. Would it help if I change the music up?
What are you gonna unattune to? From? In? With?
The ring of mind shielding that Lucy gave me.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
At this moment, it doesn't seem to be necessary, but
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all of them then.
You guys got it?
I think so. Tito, do you want the Sunforged Amulet and the bell? I mean, they kind of go together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that
Cool.
makes sense.
Great. Very nice. Everybody's absolutely ready to go. Nobody's gonna die. Everybody's got their things.
I was
I
bored.
mean, I'm adding it to my inventory right now.
Have hats. We're not going to die.
Are these
It's
in
true.
D&D
Do have
Beyond,
hats
or
on.
you gotta make these?
Yeah, make it.
Okay.
So,
That's what-
another couple days into the trip, and you hear
Oh,
coming off in the distance.
I didn't hear it.
What? Can you hear the music?
Yeah. I can
Oh,
hear the
you know
music.
what? Yeah, that makes sense. Let me duplicate my voice briefly. Man, that'd have been really cool for you guys. Here we go. All right, let's do that again. This is what you hear.
Shit on. I didn't have it open yet. It was loading.
Heard that before.
Do you want me to do it again?
Yes, please.
Every time it's getting closer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Badass. It sounds
Another
scary.
direction.
Yeah, off back the way you came and to the right a little bit. So you're traveling north. So it came from the southeast.
I'll look toward Boren. We heard tale of dragons, right? Undead dragons, right? Somebody said that?
Yes, indeed.
Is that what that would sound like? Maybe?
That is.
I've only seen living ones. I've never seen an undead, so...
Yeah. I think that's correct. It sounds like it.
Wait, do we have ship weapons? You know, like, 'cause in
Down the
the
hatches,
sea...
laddies. It's time. We're taking down a dragon.
But are there,
Down
like,
this-
ballistas on this thing or anything? I didn't ask about weapons.
It's
Does
too
he raise
small.
her
There's no
hand?
way.
We'll just throw
Lucy,
bombs.
Lucy is a ballista.
And I wouldn't. Oh, it has to be 3rd level. I can't put like a fourth level fireball inside my little hat thing, can I?
Yeah,
No.
Third
caps
level?
at 3rd level.
I'll just throw
Mushed
spears from
be
the dead.
dead. Gosh darn it.
Mush that turd.
I mean...
Oh, do we need Tailspire open?
No, we don't need Tailspire open.
Good, Anakin.
I don't know where my
Just got it updated, like,
combat
just now.
music went.
I did mine earlier too.
Well, if there's no combat music, then we can't be in combat.
Yep.
We still pass it. We wave.
We all
Big
make
Oh!
Ships in the
friends.
wind.
Go, bye guys. Sorry.
I'll nail it.
I fight you next time. I get combat music. I wish my DM was a little bit better at this, so then I could fight you. Oh
Hey,
wait,
maybe that's that DM. That's it. I'm entering combat with it now.
he found it. I can't fight
Careful.
you.
It's a meta dragon.
So what do you guys want to do, knowing that it's coming? And then once again, you hear the roar from behind. It sounds closer this time.
How far do we think it is?
Roll your roll a survival. Boy, if you had a
So,
ranger,
yeah.
I would let the ranger have his moment.
One moment.
Natural 20. Plus 3, 23.
Oh. Exactly. It's about 3 minutes behind. And based on dragon speed, you guys, it's gonna catch up. Like you could maybe
Oh, yeah.
maybe you could try to like do something. Boren and Oliver, you do know that your gnomish inventor told you some like if there are moments where you need extra power, there are things you can do, dangerous things, but you can perhaps squeak out some extra power if you need.
Yeah, we should try that. Let's do it.
Okay.
Are
Absolutely
you
worth it.
telling the rest of us that don't speak engineering and gnomish that you're doing this, or are you just...
We're giving her
Heading.
everything she's got, Captain. Here we go.
I need more
Gonna
power.
try.
You need me to get out of the way? and
I
start,
roll with
like,
advantage though.
Pushing on it.
Jesus fuck.
Way to go.
Boren's having a go of it.
7.
Wait, that's your roll? That's with advantage?
With advantage.
Yes, it was a 4.
Wow!
5 and then a 7.
Okay.
That's real bad.
Wait.
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
But here's the
Overrated.
here's the problem though. Here's the problem. Which one of you was rolling? Because you both can't
we
roll.
both were.
One of you gets to roll.
We're
one
both
of you
going to
gets
do it.
Right, but
Yeah, you said, so
I
we're
didn't-
talking about
oh.
what we're going to
He already
do.
has advantage, so I
Alright,
wouldn't
alright.
aid him. I would do it myself.
feels a little bit cheap.
Nope.
I'll. Okay.
We're giving her everything she's got.
determined He had the correct
He
idea.
had advantage. You can't give him double advantage. That's triple advantage.
Elven accuracy for
You're
intelligence
you're
checks.
a gnome and a dwarf.
Not for
Touching
long.
him for the elven accuracy.
tell you what.
Everybody channel.
I'll give it to you.
My plan was for us to both go try to do stuff to it. That was my... Because we both kind of... Well, he got it all, but I was kind of in and out, so I was just going to give it my best shot.
All right. We'll let... You have disadvantage, by the way, then. Everyone who made the check. That's what it was. Everyone
I made one and then missed the other one.
Yeah, the other one was the advantage check.
Maybe you
I
should,
thought
that
they
he's
both were, so I
flat?
evened out.
you should give Oliver a flat roll because he made one of the 2 checks.
I did.
Okay,
I
so
made one.
he's a flat. He's advantaged. The
All
rest of
right.
us are disadvantaged,
All
right?
I think that makes sense.
I
He's
feel
only half done.
I as the DM feel a little bit cheated, but that's okay.
No. God, you do you.
I'll get it back with the dragon. Look, the dragon just got another 100 hit points.
All right, that's fine.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
but I still got a natural 20.
We can handle that.
I'm kidding, of course. I'm of course only kidding. 200 hit points. So you guys are there, and then Oliver, Boren's there, and he's pulling on stuff, trying to do it, and then where he's at
Fonzie.
explodes and covers him in the poof of smoke glitter. You're all sparkly now, Boren. Also, your skin is irritated. You take 5 points of damage as it blows up in your face, and what little bit of your beard was there, it singes back, and you lose a couple days of growth.
Well, he's baby faced again until he sneezes.
Yeah.
Oliver, however, does manage
Loses a finger.
to do the right stuff, and he pours it into overdrive. But because of Boren's check, you guys start to turn pretty drastically, because one engine is now more powerful, the other engine is less powerful, and then when that happens, your ship turns. So you guys start to turn very quickly. Boren, would you like to give it another go? Oliver, what do you want to do?
I'll try to help. I will...
Just do you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll trust him to do it right this time.
Perfect.
Y'all do understand.
I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Like, my int is...
it's just a dragon, and we're all gonna die if you screw this up. So don't. Okay.
What does the inspiration do again?
I think it's a D8.
Actually, with the advantage, he might have a chance.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah, you get a D8.
I just seen the 6 and I've lost it.
20. Dirty 20.
You hit the DC. You
Big boom.
No boom.
focus, and you channel, and you where the smoke is coming, you just you cover with your hand, and you squeeze really tight, and your hand comes off, and the smoke has stopped, and you then go in there and you tinker, you feel, and you pull something down really hard, and the ship goes and it rights itself. I want everybody to make a dexterity save with advantage if you're wearing your hat.
Now, everyone remember, I have the bonus to saves since we're all next to each other.
Thank God for advantage.
What's the bonus?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I think it's your charisma modifier.
Or of protection +4 to all saving throws.
24.
Nice.
I got the
Unnatural
advantage.
20.
Wait, those are some,
13.
those are really bad rolls. What just happened?
My roll's
13.
bad.
I
Including
think I
my
need to roll
4.
again.
With his 4, I get a 15.
Oh, I'm okay.
Lucy's fine. That's with advantage. You rolled a 13 with advantage?
Yes, that's with advantage.
With advantage and a +4.
Is that with the +4?
Yeah,
Okay,
so 9 plus 4 is 13, right? Right?
Yeah,
I doing the
24.
maths?
We got 3
If I
passes.
fly, and is Lucy strong enough to catch Eva?
Jump off.
So-
How Lucy gets crushed to
As
death.
the ship lurches, you all feel this. Your hat basically just apply extra weight to you to keep you down, and Aoife, you get scared, so your instinct is like latch onto. You go, oh no! So you try to latch on to the railing, and then the hat takes that extra weight, and it just pulls you over the edge.
That makes sense totally
You
for
were
what
gonna
she's
say the
feeling.
hat would fall off because Merlin didn't put it
Tito,
on.
No, I
Try
can
to
see the
grab her?
extra weight just.
You got an 11, Tito?
Well, with this +4,
Oh, you got a 15. Oh, you're good, Tito.
Well, Tito will land on his feet.
he sees Aoife go.
So
So
Always
am I
one.
hanging on to the edge or am I off the boat
No,
falling?
you're off the. What? No, you're off the boat falling. Look, this is
Tito's
fine.
gonna jump off after her.
Quick
I'm-
question, because I was gonna ask as we were getting into this. When the thing made the sounds, could
Yeah.
I discern if it sounded like a language or just a roar?
It sounded like an angry roar. Do you speak Draconic?
Uh-huh.
Oh. No, it just sounded like an angry roar.
Okay.
All right. Tito jumps. Aoife, as you start to fall, your scarf billows out a little bit, and it doesn't strangle you, which would be that's a perfect number.
I was like, hold up, because remember, we were talking about my fascination with keeping it tight, so am I accidentally grabbing it and now strangling myself as I'm falling?
Yeah. Maybe Tito won't jump because I forgot about
That's
this.
actually really funny.
Well, we still need to get her back.
Do you
on.
want? Do you want to roll for it? Roll your
Dude.
roll a whiz save. See if you're strangling yourself.
If Tito didn't jump, then I did. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're strangling yourself.
I am now more blue than pale white at this point.
But you're not falling quickly, which is actually a problem.
So do I look like I'm slow stepping because I'm trying to like wiggle my feet as I'm strangling? I'm weird Mary Poppins asphyxiating myself.
Just slowly. I think
Oh,
Lucy should get her things. I can fly.
All right, Lucy.
I was
Lucy.
if Tito didn't go, I would have been going to go.
But
Lucy.
Tito already jumped.
Lucy said immediately she was going to save her with her wings. So Lucy, if you want to wings out, you may go. Oh,
Flame on.
Lucy has the,
Lucy's wings burst in fire and flame, and she
And
swans
just one per
dives off.
day.
And
have to
it
roll.
doesn't take. No, you don't have to roll. You have a fly speed. You grab
Acrobatics?
Aoife.
No, to grab her.
No, you don't have to roll. You have a fly speed. You can just go and you can grab her and you can whoop.
Unless she
I want it to be
resists.
like I want Lucy to go slow, like it's Baywatch or something like that, and then
Some people
Eva,
stand.
and then like do like the you know, like when you're saving someone in a pool, you put the arm around and have and go back.
I love it.
Afraid to
Is it like a
step
little doggy
into
paddle though with like
the
one hand
light.
or?
Some
Yeah.
people need to help somebody.
And then they just said that loud, "Shut up, Anduin," as he's singing that in her head.
Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. I
Imagine-
Hairband.
watched so much of Baywatch. Not for Pamela Anderson, for David Hasselhoff. Let's be real.
Mm.
The half, yeah. I feel like Aoife is laying on the deck after she's placed down and is just absolutely, and like now she's trying to like gently like get at least a finger underneath the scarf that she's tried to kill herself with.
Lucy gets her into the bed, not onto the deck. Like, why don't you just stay here? And I'm gonna close the door, okay?
She was gonna start to say I speak Draconic just in case, but the door shuts and she's not gonna fight because she's still trying to catch her breath.
Oh my word. That was really funny. Well, there's one resource gone.
Well, I get it for 10 rounds. So you can be there in a minute so I can shoot him.
He's about so as you the roar,
How long did
Oliver,
that
with
take
your
me to
natural
save?
it took her like took you like 6 seconds, 8 seconds. Like it was like that. Because she falls, the cloak activates, she strangles herself. You jump. She hasn't gone far because it slowed her down. You grab her, you lift her up. The whole thing took about 12 seconds, tops, if that.
But this is 2 days in. If we survive this, I can sleep.
Yeah, man, definitely. And behind you, based on the roars of the dragon, you can tell it's about 5, like based on the speed increase, about 5 minutes off, but it is still in fact gaining. So you guys have limited time, but you have a better plan of action now, whatever that might be.
Do we?
I think I should shoot it as soon as it gets here.
I'm gonna
Shoot
open the
it a
door.
lot.
We could leave, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
How far do we need to get in on the ship? When can we just...
You're about a week. You're about 3 to 4 days away from the city if you were to stay on the airship from your destination.
How far can you cast? Lucy, what's your range?
120 feet, depending what I do.
Okay, mine's 150 for fireball.
Oh yeah, I can do fireball.
So
150.
You guys
So
know
I
that
can,
a dragon's speed is the dragon that you were there was like 180 in a round.
Can
So
you
we'd
do a
have to-
leading blast? Like, you know, like when you're in like a ship, and be like, okay, I'm gonna fire it at 150, but he's going toward me. So can I do it like at 200 feet and he runs into it and it explodes?
Double the power.
isn't it point of contact though for fireballs? How that's thrown? Isn't it like a hot coal that's like pointed and shot magically, and then the explosion happens? So there is a radius, but you'd still have to try to make contact with, I'd say, something. You know, the ground, its wings, something.
I wonder, can
I think
do...
that's how I'm reading it.
Does it have? Wait, let me.
I can... What if I quicken the first fireball? I can do 2 fireballs.
It's a chosen destination. A streak from your finger within range blooms with a low roar into an explosion. It doesn't have to be on the ground.
Okay.
It looks like you could pick 10 feet up in the air, I would assume.
Okay.
Because it's not
Nice.
it's not a physical, like, you're not throwing something, you're releasing magical energy and you're saying here it is, which is why it's not an attack roll. It's, you say this is where the fireball is going, then a point streaks from your finger to that point and then it ignites. It doesn't have to be hit something. A tiny ball of bat guano and sulfur.
And a fireball, is it really 170 feet for us? Because it's a 20 feet radius.
160.
But the 150 going from us, but then the radius of the explosion is 20 feet.
Right, so the radius
Be
is
on
20
the
feet,
edge.
so it would be 160.
Oh, so we can get... So at 160 feet, can I shoot 2 fireballs at it?
I would say I could do the same because I could quicken as well.
You could. Another problem, Boren, as they're discussing fireballs,
Does it need radiant energy?
you understand how dangerous this ship taking damage is.
Uh-huh.
Right. You
Big
understand that, like you were trying to make it go faster and you almost blew up. Just so you're aware, they're talking about fireballs and fighting a dragon, and you're like, dragon.
We might want to try and land first, guys.
Is that an
This
option?
Death
Thought it was
is
on
also an
autopilot.
option. This ship cannot battle. It is unstable at best. We've made it this far.
What? Okay. So I don't know much about, again, undead dragons, but I could, if we let it get close enough to probably hit the ship, I could attempt to banish it.
I could do that too. We could both
Try
try.
to polymorph it.
Oh,
Lucy,
Just
why
make sure
don't
it
you
wouldn't
fly
take
back
damage,
there
like into
and
like a
banish
bird
her
or
right
something.
now?
Yeah.
That would be a better option than
Turn it into a
engaging
chicken.
in combat, even though we would win the fight.
Well, okay, so are we thinking polymorph or are we thinking banishment?
I say we cast all because
Yeah.
Whatever works.
They don't
We
all at
can't
once.
screw it up. We're going one at a time, pick the order, and pray one goes.
Isn't the team? So no, we play the game in order, but isn't it like Lucy and Eva do banishment and Oliver does polymorph all at once? So maybe polymorph will happen first, turn him a lizard, banish him. Where does he go then? Does he go to Lizard's original plane or does he go to his original plane?
I don't know. He'd be
If
gone.
he's on
Also-
his plane of existence, he goes to a harmless demi-plane. If he's not on his plane of existence, he goes home.
And if he goes home, if we hold it long enough, if we both cast banishment, we both hold it. Or if let's say we both, is it only the one who succeeds? We both cast and we both succeed, and then one of us fails concentration but one succeeds, is he gone?
I do also have Turn the Unholy.
Oh, and we have the bell.
You could hit him with a sunbeam as well.
Yeah.
But that's fighting it, though. We said we weren't doing that, right?
I mean, I think that we should hit it with everything that we have.
But
We
not
try to banish it
fireball.
and we try to polymorph it. If none of that works, then
Roll it too if we're gonna sunbeam it, right? Because sunbeam, I've only got 20 feet.
20?
Instrument's only 60. Is there
Yeah,
a
I say 60.
meta magic? Is there a meta magic that increases distance and
Range?
does
Yeah,
Eva
there
have
is.
it?
There is.
I think you'd have to spec into it. I'm not spec'd into
Sun-
it.
Sunbeam's
have
a
twin
60-foot
quicken.
line originating from you.
Oh,
So it's like a
Oh,
lightning
no.
bolt.
I was
If he has a
missing-
breath weapon, he's gonna get us before we can do banishment.
Yeah. How
Depending on
far
what
is
kind of
polymorph?
thing is. It's 60, I think.
Okay, same thing could be with the polymorph.
What if I
If we
fly
do
back
4
at it and aim
fireballs-
in the sky to keep it from attacking the ship while you guys blast it?
4 fireballs, we're gonna be able to hit him before it won't hurt us. We're so far away.
What if it
I mean,
lives through the fireballs?
That is a very high probability. A very high probability.
4 fireballs, 2 banishments, and a polymorph.
You also have no idea. By the way, you guys know dragons. Lots of dragons have resistance to certain immunities. None of you
Yeah.
have an idea about an undead dragon, and so let's say it's the bones of a red dragon. Are the bones of a red dragon immune to fire?
I could try to talk to it.
I'd assume that it changes its resistance when it becomes like a necromantic creature. 'Cause it's a
Possible.
different thing.
Possible.
I've
That's-
never come in contact with one, so I can't assume.
I've heard one before.
Can we? This thing's on autopilot, right?
How big is this ship from, front to back?
It's about 20 feet long, about 12 and a half feet wide. So it's not really a combat ship. It's designed to fly
Fishing.
with the
I was just
expectation
thinking I could cloak
that
us in
it's-
darkness, but that's not going to help because it's not going to cover the whole ship. So And he'd still-
Also, who needs to aim when you have a breath weapon? Oh no, they're in darkness.
Well, that's why I'm just thinking, like, at least it wouldn't be able to see what we're casting, but at the same point in time, fuck.
How fast does the ship go per round?
Normally, it goes about. Crap. It took you I'd have to do some math. Now,
Or you give us a
it's
number
going.
relative to the
I'm going to give
dragon.
you a number relative to the dragon. It was going. I'm going to say it's going like 60 feet around. It was going 60 feet. Now it's going 90 feet around. So the dragon that you guys ran away from, has a fly speed of like, I think it was like 180 or something like that. look.
Okay. We don't know what it's commanded to do now that it's undead, if it is commanded to take things out of the air. It could be. It could just be patrolling and reporting back and it won't bother us. Or, worst case scenario, it's going to try to kill the ship and we're going to have to fight it. So are we saying for me and Lucy we are not allowed to use Fireball because of bomb? Or are we saying...
I wouldn't cast it here. I would cast it way out there.
I'm just making sure, like, I'm on board with you, Luce, on that we could do it, but, like, I'm trying to ask them who are... I don't know how to fix this ship if it goes bad, you know?
If the dragon gets to the ship, we're fucked.
Yeah, if the dragon gets here, we're done, period.
The ship was designed to
done.
eventually be abandoned. I do remember telling you that. Like, part of the reason why you have the parachutes are so you could abandon.
We have parachutes?
That's what the scarves are.
Scarfist.
What we could
Let's
also
jump.
do,
Let's go.
instead
Scramble
of...
devices.
We could all take a potion, jump off the ship, and then hopefully it chases that instead of us.
How far are we away from our destination, though? You said 2 days?
I mean, I don't think we really have an option.
One thing
So
I
we're
will...
saying-
I need... give me... Anyone that has arcane power, so you three, give me an arcana check. Because one of the ways... This is... How is it tracking you?
18?
Are we banding all of our bombs?
Oh, I rolled pretty good. 19.
Okay, so you guys, those of you that rolled okay, so Aoife and Oliver, Lucy's in her own little brain, you can sense
Having a
the
tea
magic from the ship, faint-like it's just a trace of it, almost like if you were some sort of magical creature, you could almost follow. And then with the explosion that Boren did, the released a larger puff, so it could quite possibly be tracking the ship engine, and not necessarily you guys. The big black
Big
glitter.
glittery plume.
Also, Boren's face is covered in glitter. He looks a little bit like a stripper.
Oh, yeah.
Prestidigitation.
Oh.
Aoife gets sad.
Lucy doesn't know what those look like. She's never been to that kind of stuff. Wait, no, tip to tip. Never mind.
Lucy knows exactly what that looks like.
Yeah.
Oliver, jumping is your best bet, yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Okay.
Sense to me.
Well, let's
Then-
go.
If it's
Can we,
tracking
like-
that, do we need to cloak up for the spells, or should we just Geronimo? I don't know who that is, by the way, and why they say that when they jump. I'd like to meet the person.
I don't know either.
He was gonna
Can
jump off.
I try to do
No.
something to the ship that would... Well, no, it's already going to explode if the dragon attacks it. Could I
We'll take him out.
leave a bomb on the ship that would add to the damage the dragon would take if it
Oh,
attacked it?
Um,
No, because it'll probably just breath weapon it. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, you can do
We can-
nothing. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that I could protect the engine from a breath weapon and then wait till it attacks it physically. I don't know how you would do that.
Also, a fight with the dragon especially in the best of circumstances, a fight with a dragon is tenuous at best. Like, one of you gets knocked off the ship, they're out of the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're jumping.
So, what do we see below us? Is it mountain, water?
Below
What's
you,
below?
It looks to be, recalling my map with the Dick Island on it. Yeah, I can't believe you guys make fun of Dick Island.
I can't
can't-
believe
I-
you
beautiful.
threw it.
I want to go.
We love it.
I didn't the computer did. How dare you?
Also, well, while we're looking at where we are, if we can look out into the horizon and see if there's something like, oh, hey, that looks like it would be much easier to traverse because, like just trying to get a better idea. Go in that direction until the dragon's closer.
It is basically, I'm pretty sure it is, I think you are in the farmland area of it, so it's basically just large, dead ground, just open for the most part, farmland.
If I cast a spell magic, could I try to do that for like the, not destroying the engine, but like the aura that it's leaving behind? Could I try to mask it with this spell magic?
Could you try to remove the gasoline from an engine?
No, I'm trying to remove the smell of gasoline.
Okay. So the exhaust.
Because we're being chased by a gasoline hunting dragon, so I'm trying to make it so it can't smell the gasoline.
You can absolutely try.
I mean, I don't even know if like it could be used in that way. I'm just asking, do I think I could manipulate the spell to use it?
I'm willing to let you attempt it. I mean, with dice, anything is possible.
Okay.
Who knows what a natural 20 does? Who knows what a natural 1 does?
I don't know. Probably destroys the ship, but it's already going to do that, so.
Before we jump,
that's true.
I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace on us, just to try to say maybe if we can group up and hold hands as we jump and just see if that maybe helps to keep it onto the ship and not onto us. Although that would be a spell, and how do we feel about that Arcana trail? Is that going to be a bigger smell for it than the ship that's puffing it out?
The ship's got a big plume, and Lucy was going to hold your hand anyways because you're afraid of heights.
Aww.
You want me to make a charisma check, like to use my spellcasting ability modifier to...
Yeah, basically like a spell attack roll.
Okay.
Using dispel
I'm gonna
magic.
Enhance ability on myself before I do it.
Okay. We're making a flat check then with your enhance ability, because this would be at disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to make this the best that I can for myself.
You gave yourself a flat check instead of disadvantage.
Yeah, no, I'll take that W. I don't think you can give yourself Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, so I'll just shut up and roll.
Screw this up, or we're all gonna die. I didn't roll very well.
I'm gonna reaction silvery barbs. I got an 18. It's better than that time. For sure.
You cast it. Just you very carefully focus on the engine and the plume where it's coming through, and you basically weave the spell, pulling the strands of arcane and guiding it into the engine, trying your best to not kill yourself and everyone you have, ever so carefully, and you pull just a little bit too much as you weave it in there to where you can feel the magic, and you tie off your spell, but you just a little bit too far off. Nothing happens. You can still sense the magic trail, but for a second there's a brief moment of nothing, and then it keeps going. Didn't kill yourself though.
Sounds like we're jumping.
Casting Pass Without a Trace.
You missed it by 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you had if you could Bardic Inspiration yourself.
Pretty sure you can. Yeah, a creature other than you.
Bards would be so cool if you could.
Nobody has guidance,
more
right?
self-serving.
Maybe the someone else part of you can make it count.
You can't guidance. You can't advantage, disadvantage. Like you can't double advantage, disadvantage. It's flat no matter what. Close, very close. And you guys jump.
Yep. So Pass Without a Trace is up, so I'm concentrating on that as we're jumping. So you just have to stay within 30 feet.
dragon closing distance, and you're slowly fading to the ground. The dragon roar getting closer as you watch the ship sail off, and you float gingerly to the ground. The roar again, this time even closer, and off in the distance you can see it burst forth through a cloud front. This undead dragon, skeletal bones, somehow flying shadows on the wings as it propels itself forward through the sky. Terrifying creature, flesh dripping off of its bones as it flies past you. Roll your stealth as you touch the ground.
Okay, and that is a plus 10 bonus to your stealth checks.
Oh, nice.
Plus 10, 29.
14.
Please,
Natural
dice,
one.
don't fuck me up. 17.
Wow. Okay, I thought you guys would roll with a plus 10.
I have disadvantage.
You make sense, buddy. I am the shadows. You should get down. Huh? Eva, you're standing up straight.
I'm gonna pull her down by her cloak.
I'm sorry. It's a good roll. It's a good roll. Just with
It's
and
a bad night for my rolls.
the dragon roars and it starts to circle where you guys are. What do you want to do?
Well, guys, it looks like it's time to get those fireballs ready.
Aren't gonna run? Or...
Maybe we should hide.
Think we're going to outrun the 180 plus per turn.
What is close by? Yeah, I guess what's the terrain look like? You said it was farmland, but what did we land next to, near, in, by?
That is
Okay.
an excellent question. Let me pull up my little map with Dick Island on it. Let me pull up my little Dick Island.
A farmer's cave.
Gonna share a screen, show it to us.
There's a tornado room in the basement that we can all climb into at the farm.
I don't know where it is. Oh shoot.
I could carry like one person and be the same speed as the dragon, but that's all I got.
There is.
Wait, you could go 180 feet?
Yeah, giant eagles are fast.
Oh, I forgot. You fucking. My brain was like, how in the world?
This is little gnome.
I know. I was like, what is he on speed?
It's a lot of very tilled land, kind of ripply. There are a couple dead trees. You see a couple farmhouses off in the distance, not too far away. Some wagons that look like they haven't been touched in forever.
Can I cast Sending to the dragon?
Yeah.
And I want to try to fake a. Do we know anything about like any of the people who would be in charge? Like the king, or like, you know, if
Lucy
there are any
does.
generals or anything.
Lucy knows about the king.
What does the king? Lucy, what does the king sound like? Quick.
Do you want me to just make it up, or do you want to decide what he sounds like as the DM?
Hit me
I
with
want you.
it.
I want you to make it up.
You're the only one that's met the king.
He is arrogant and gravelly, but he's kind of bloated, but it's a saggy bloated, so you have to be like really kind of open in your mouth, but and lots of just hatred, self-hatred, hatred for everyone around. But you feel like his voice was beautiful in the past.
Oliver tries to. Well, he says something out loud, like trying to use that kind of voice to Lucy.
Let's hear it.
More Palpatine.
You must return at once, you disgusting dragon.
I feel
I
like
love it.
I
A
feel
little
like
more-
it's a little bit more
more
rocks
Senator.
rocks in your teeth a little bit more, like your cheeks full of
Yeah,
rocks a little
Yeah, and maybe a little bit
How many
Godfather.
fucking rocks?
bit. You don't need to actually put them on. You talk like it kind of. Your teeth are kind of foul.
It is time for you to return, dragon.
How's that? As that? Is that closer?
It sounded good to me.
Can I
You
be
haven't heard him,
assisting
Tino.
Can I be assisting him?
Yep. That's right.
Since I'm telling this story of my very young imagination of this
I
bad
want
guy?
you to roll your wisdom to see how close you
That's
are
me?
in your memory. And this determines how well
Alright.
you are at assisting Oliver.
12?
Okay. It's a flat roll then, Oliver.
It is a pretty big event in your life, so I feel like
It was
Yeah.
trauma. I was traumatized by it, so it actually seared in my brain.
Yeah, but it was also how many years ago? And also, what if he sounds different?
We've had a lot of other traumas.
Also, the
right, I'm
relaying
gonna-
is pretty hard.
I'm gonna try to use performance, I guess, to use my bard powers and try to mimic the voice that we've just discussed and send a sending message to the dragon to try to get him to turn around and come back at once because there's an emergency and they need its aid.
Okay.
You said flat roll?
Unless you have like something that gives you advantage. She didn't give you disadvantage, is what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. It was enough that she didn't screw. She didn't screw it up so bad that.
I cast enhance ability on myself for charisma earlier to give myself that would still be going.
That would be.
So, do it at advantage.
Plus 30.
30.
That's really good. This is the response you get.
That sounded,
Going away, right?
In your
sounded
head,
good.
though. In your head, though.
I was gonna say.
yeah, it would respond in common, right? If it can speak it?
If it could speak it, I think you
Wait,
can understand
I
it.
wonder if I can understand. Yeah, I think I can understand it with the spell.
Yeah.
Comprehend.
Okay. What did it mean?
All right, so this is what you hear then. That's what it said.
That's Ifo. What is? I mean,
Did he say anything that resembled anything in Draconic?
He said, "Roar, dragon roar." I mean,
I'm gonna look at it and be like,
can I try to copy it? I am hearing it. I can, especially if it's in my mind. I can try to just let it flow out.
Yeah, sure. Roll your performance again.
Okay.
I think you're missing the point. It roared back. It didn't give it.
All right, Aoife, this is what Oliver does.
25.
Take the reverb away. Take the. And this is what Oliver said.
What does that mean?
it means you shouldn't have tried to talk to it because we said we weren't gonna try that.
Why?
Because we said it was a bad idea.
It now
Are we
knows
fighting now?
exist.
I'm gonna go ahead and hold
confirmed
Quinn's.
existence.
But you guys,
Ow.
So we're both.
you guys do have potions that let you.
It
cloak
doesn't know
yourselves,
me.
By the way, it doesn't know me.
It only recognizes you as the Cinder if it knows you, and it doesn't
Hear me
know
now,
who
know
I
me
am.
later.
No, but it knows someone sent the sending, and it
Yeah,
just,
they could be sent across the entire plane.
but it just saw us fall out of the sky.
Not us, me. Thanks.
So
Yeah, loud one.
you guys have
Well, we all
also
got it.
been watching Undead enough to know that they're not under their own control. Like as you've been here, you've seen enough Undead to be like, these guys aren't normal Undead. There's definitely something And occasionally you saw like necromancers with them and stuff. Like they're definitely not like this isn't a wild undead dragon.
Yeah, and we knew we were here for that. We knew we were the first recon
Yeah.
for this. So
Yeah. So it's clearly there is. It's not you're not talking to a dragon. You're talking to. I mean, you did talk to a dragon, but this isn't like a dragon's not like I'm an undead dragon, flappity flappity flappity. It's someone that's like I'm controlling an undead dragon, flappity 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 dragon. Oh hey, look, you caught the scent of something. Follow it.
You're talking to the puppeteer.
You're not even talking to the puppeteer because you're sending to the dragon.
He's talking to the puppet, not the puppeteer.
Well, if the mind
of
of the person, like, I don't know, I feel like if you're puppeteering someone, you have control of their mind, me sending it to them would be the same thing as sending it to the other person.
He's probably got like 1,000 dragons that he's just hearing gibberish on every channel.
Okay, so we're cloaking ourselves and we're hiding now and we're going to figure out fighting later, or are we fighting now? What are we doing?
The dragon circles again. The circle is starting to get smaller as it.
I stopped looking at Oliver and I look toward Boren and Tito. What are we doing?
I'm all out of ideas. That was everything I had.
Potion.
We should take the potion, but start preparing those spells.
How long? Those potions don't last for long, right, guys? What was the time limit on them?
10 minutes, I think.
It's got to last long enough.
And we only have
enough
enough for one, right? For one go of it. So if we use it now, we're not getting out of the
We
city.
have 12 of them.
Well, do we think that's
we'll get out.
enough to get
thought
to
we-
one of the structures? Because there are buildings nearby that we can then
Haste.
hide
Make a
in.
twin
I thought it might have
haste.
been an hour, but I didn't write it down. So if
I
it's
wanna-
10 minutes, I'll write that down now.
I'm pretty sure it's 10 minutes,
Okay.
which is why you got a chunk of them. They're like an emergency situation, like, uh-oh! We're gonna get found out by some powerful undead thing. Quick, drink the potions.
If I have haste, we can put the potions. We can both twin haste, and if Oliver casts haste too, and we can
I
run.
don't have that.
I
The,
don't
build, the
have
buildings,
haste either.
the buildings, like you could make it to a structure without haste.
Bards don't get haste, unfortunately.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Bards' third level
haste.
spells are actually pretty shit, except for Hypnotic Pattern.
Silvery
anyway.
barbs
Good
also.
carry.
That's a first
Alright,
level
so
spell.
So
we're
it's one of the
popping
best.
these
All right.
Yeah.
drinks.
Third
We're getting
level
slizzard.
as well.
How
Okay.
many of us can Tito carry if I haste?
You just
I
want
haste
to
Tito.
haste.
He just carries all of us.
Dude, I'll pull one of them carts.
like a rickshaw.
Yeah.
When we drink the potions, does it like immediately like fuck off or?
Have you drank the potions? I was
Yeah.
waiting. I was waiting for. All right. So as you drink the potion, the dragon immediately roars, and its circle gets bigger, and it stops its slow dive, and it starts to pick back up and increase a bit, and it circles for 30 more seconds, and then it flies after the ship.
Well, that was a refreshing beverage.
Quietly all under my breath, I'll be bastard fucking dragon.
Tasted a little bit like you drank formaldehyde. A little bit like mold, a little bit like rotting. It was awful. Like
Alright.
Let's see Trezor
So we're
look at
heading-
everything for ingredient lists.
I hope I poop correct later.
I am gonna poop weird tonight.
All right, to the shed.
I think we just need to go.
I
Okay.
don't know if we need the shed now.
If it's not that thing, it's gonna be something else. We just need to get as far as we can.
Maybe that shed's
Right.
got something cool in it.
We only got 10 minutes, so let's book it.
you guys start. Are you how are you run? You're not just following it. You're like veering off to the side, correct? You're not just running after it, because that would be silly.
We had a map with a decent heading, right? Like somebody has a map on us of where we're supposed to be going. I'm assuming it's Oliver or Boren.
Yeah, it's north. And everything kind of funnels into the roads. There are main roads that will funnel you into where you need to go.
I could.
Could a huge-sized creature carry the entire party?
I think I hear crying. Hang on, sorry. I think she's okay. I think she's okay. Sorry, I heard crying.
Very good.
What'd you say?
It's the sound of my dice.
Could a huge-sized creature carry the whole party?
Depends on the creature.
Like a Quetzalcoatlus?
Oh, a Quetzal.
With a fly speed.
Yeah.
Not without a saddle of some sort.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd probably because huge, but it doesn't have like a lot of body space. And with the moving wings, I feel like fitting everyone on there would be tenuous at best. I mean, maybe you feel like hung from ropes.
Isn't it about like is it a weight for per speed flight thing?
I wonder what they could like, how much they could carry.
Because Lucy has, is it unlimited flight or how's your flight? No, okay.
She's spent for the day.
It's once per day for like 10 rounds.
I got an hour.
Sorry, you had to save me.
Oh, we're fine. We'll go to sleep soon.
Just trying to find the fastest thing I can polymorph into. That would actually be like worth doing for the amount of people that we have.
Sure.
Turn you into a horse and then pull the cart.
What? We have a cart?
So
He said there was-
Carts or wagons.
after a short while, someone pokes their head out of one of the houses and they start to walk down the street.
Do they look undead?
They look like a human. They are wearing rags. You're pretty far away. They look pretty bedraggled, broken. Their heads are just down. They're watching their feet as they walk, and they're just walking slowly down the road. Do we want to take a short break to go say goodnight to people? Raise your hand if you want a break.
I'm already in bed, but
Okay,
we
great.
good?
We'll keep going then. Okay. Yeah, so someone's walking slowly, looking sad, for lack of a better word. Just along a small road to the northwest.
I'll look back at the group and look at the person and start to like walk toward them and quietly,
Like a couple back.
excuse me.
They don't acknowledge you.
Hold on a second. I think that you got muted, Lucy, or I couldn't hear you.
Oh, Lucy tries to pull you back and say, we were told that if we ran to normal people, they would tell on us. I don't remember who told us that, if it was Penny, but someone
Oh,
was that
so they
people here
ignored me.
would betray us.
Do they?
If they ignored you, maybe that means that they can't sense you because
Yeah.
we have the potion, which means that
Or
they're
is it-
probably someone we don't want talking to us anyway.
Right. A question with my odd background. Compelling's a thing. Does this person seem to be compelled? From what I would know in the sense of that, I guess, if that makes sense.
I would say to you they look more broken than compelled.
Okay.
They don't seem to be mindless. They seem to be hopeless.
What's to the northwest of
What's
us?
that at
What can I tell that's that way?
Probably a main road leading towards a city. A city, maybe just a city. They're following a road to the northwest, though, like a small
Okay.
dirt road.
I'll acknowledge Lucy holding me back. Okay, we have to go north anyways. I guess let's just keep watching. This doesn't seem like human behavior. And I'll just try to keep clocking them and as we continue to go more northbound, while Oliver is considering what he might want to change into if we are doing that.
Okay. So you heading north over the terrain. It's not like the easiest walk. It's very, very rocky, bubbly. Like, this used to be farmland, so the dirt's at one point was probably soft, and the way it dried out seems almost unnatural. So instead of just like a nice flat walk, it's very much kind of like it's just a really difficult walk. Like, you're not able to just it's not difficult terrain, but like almost style. So it's fairly slow going as you guys make your way north, but you walk for a short while, and then way off in the distance you hear and then a loud, and then you can see it in the sky, a puff of arcane energy, blues and reds and purples, just a little tiny fireball off in the distance.
I'm gonna look at the two flight mechanics.
There goes the ship.
That was our ship, I think.
Well, it seems to have distracted it, so good on it, I guess. I don't think I'm so much more afraid of flying anymore. It's the falling that's the problem.
I was gonna make the joke.
So just carry on. Just keep going. I had to pass without a trace still for an hour, so just let me know when that's down. I know our 10 minutes of potion is gone. I don't want to be on the main road because that just seems stupid.
Yeah.
With how could we tell with the dragon where its flight pattern, like, was it trying to stay over like main areas, or was it pretty wide berth where it was like patrolling?
You're pretty inland. The fact that a dragon was here, something happened, you don't know what, but the fact that it tracked you down, you don't know how long it was following you, you don't know where it came from, but like it's several days inland.
Okay.
So how that happened, who knows? You guys just walk in silence over the really awful terrain. You occasionally see houses, just lone farmhouses with it's always this dark. It's not even as it gets dark. You can just see the very dim light in each of the houses as you pass by them.
While we're walking, can we do something with Tito's amulet? Can he turn off, or is he always glowing?
Oh yeah, we didn't think
Put
about
it in the
that.
bag. You can put it under a shirt or something.
You can take it off. Yeah. So you hide Tito's amulet to keep yourself safe. You keep walking. You see off in the distance, a small community. At one point, you assume to be, like a small, thriving farm community where a bunch of the farmers would bring their goods to trade. all of the buildings look run down. The people you do see have that same air about them, where they're walking hunched, not mindless, but like nothing to live for. It feels like broken, beaten people, all of them. You don't see any kids. you just see sadness and the occasional skeleton walking amongst them, not killing them, but there with these humans. And you keep
Do we see
walking.
any, like, horses and carriages or anything in the town?
No horses. Carriages, but no horses for the carriage. Need hay to feed the horses. Who knows the last time you've seen hay? The people also, from what you can see from this distance, everyone looks emaciated, starving. And you slowly walk past.
Could a Quetzal carry in its feet, like people in a carriage or like in a small wagon? That way they aren't on top and like getting in the way of the, because I know they usually carry the stuff with their giant feet or like their prey and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you could, you could maybe rig something together. If you could, they probably could carry you. Everybody, they can carry. It's set up to 1,800 pounds is what I saw. So whether or not how true that is, it's something I can go for. So if you could figure it out, a cart weighs probably 300 pounds plus everyone. You guys wouldn't weigh more than that. You could rig something up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to try to travel faster, it's going to expend, like, our resources, but we'll get a lot further.
So are we considering letting you take us maybe a half-day, full-day journey, and then we rest and start again if we can find a place to catch a rest?
Yeah, I mean, I can cast my dome as well. I hope that they can't sense us through that, but if they do, then we're probably fucked anyway. That's the only thing that we have to, like, try to be safe and rest.
It seems at this point it's the only option, honestly, unless we're going to keep trekking on foot, which we won't get there faster. So that's fine.
I can do it 3 times. I have all my 4th and 1/5 level spell. Or wait, no, I have 3. I can do it 4 times. And maybe even like a haste or 2 in there between you guys. Double speed for a minute, and then I would obviously land before I ran out.
You're exhausted.
Yeah.
For one haste.
Yeah. But that one round of downtime would definitely be far outweighed by how much you make up with the 9 rounds of double speed. Because I'll be dashing anyway. And then Quetzal has an 80-foot move speed, so doubled with haste, 160, and then dashing. And you get 2 actions, so I can dash. You know, like it's you would be like a fucking stealth bomber, just like.
But then people are being carried on a cart.
Yeah. I can do another pass without a trace to help a little
things
bit.
Too.
That's true.
Yeah.
They have their helmets to keep them in the thing, so hopefully.
Oh, and do
I'm
our
gonna try
scarves
to
still
fly
work for a
low.
fall?
I'll try to fly lower as well.
We have just feather fall now, all of us, with these scarves.
The scarves was a limited number of rounds with it. So Aoife's has less than everyone else's. But you guys have probably like, they would have been designed, they're probably a quarter of it left, so you could fall for another 5 rounds. So you have 5 rounds of feather falling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go that high where I'm gonna endanger you all.
I'm going to try to stay below the dragon too, just in case. So yeah. All right. So yeah, between that, I think that's fine.
All right. And you guys mount the huge bird, the dinosaur.
Does your change make it look like a specific colorway or anything for the Quetzal, or is it?
I would just make it like colors that would blend in with the ground as much as possible.
That's a big bird.
Dang, man, look at that bird. I've not seen one of those in forever.
They're really cool.
They are.
Quetzals are awesome.
So you do this. You need a cart, don't you?
Yeah, I was thinking at the village we could maybe just I could like try to find one that's farther out, and then I could just grab it real quick and then go put them in it.
Like a buggy, cart, carriage, something that's missing its horse.
Yeah.
As you creep there, I do need to go put my kids to bed. So we'll take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll
Yeah, I
come
could
back
pee.
shortly. Also, I have to go pee as well. I drank too much water. We'll be back.
No worries.
All right. Back. Guess who's back? But chaos back. Guys, who's back? Guys, who's back? So, how's everybody doing? I'm still muted. How's
Their capacity right now is like 150%, and they're also only staffed at 60% of that original 100.
Oof.
Like, the prison capacity is, I think they said 1,200, and they're up over 15, and they're only staffed for 900.
Wow. Hi. How we feeling?
Hello.
Are we excited in enemy territory?
Feeling in my body, way down deep inside. Sorry, this is Bo Burnham's one. Spells are weird.
All right. So, we are sneaking to the village. Correct?
Mhm.
Is it all of you?
I was thinking I might just like go pick it up and leave.
Oh, so you're gonna Quetzal in and Quetzal out and come get us?
Maybe. They seem kind of out of it anyway.
We'll just assume you're a baby dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did such a good impersonation. You can
Totally.
just do it again as a Quetzal.
Aren't there carts on the way though? Like farms? You mentioned farm carts.
Or even just like a, I don't know, extra curvy piece of driftwood. Some
Yeah, man.
Rick and Morty reference.
I don't think I get that one.
Morty, they're in like a world that Rick created basically, and he's like, Morty, they've been there for a while, and Morty's like, I masturbated to an extra curvy piece of driftwood the other day.
Oh, I do know which one you're talking about. I have seen that one.
Yeah.
I just needed the voice.
Oh.
Also, hi, Jacob.
Oh, jeez.
It's our Jacob, by the way. So, what's the plan then, everybody?
I like the sound of the driftwood. I think we should go that route now.
Yeah.
We're just looking for something preferably wagon-esque.
To
Why
hold
don't we
us
get it?
within the grasp of a Quetzal.
Yep.
When I said the bulldozer bomb was like the Verta saber.
What if we use some rope to just make harnesses and we'll hang from it?
Hold one of you in each of my feet. And then one of you in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen
The
that
one
episode
just holds on
either.
to the back.
Chris.
Yeah, one hangs onto the tail
haven't.
and the other...
Yeah, one in each foot, one in my mouth, and one on my back.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just fashion
I
a
call
harness
back.
for you, and we all just like clip
I'll
into
take
that
them out.
harness?
You're the smallest. I think you should be in my mouth.
Oh.
I don't think
just like that.
the mouth won't work.
I'll ride in the mouth. I'll ride
Your
in the
mouths are
mouth.
gigantic. I think like the whole party could fit in the mouth. It would just be uncomfortable and probably like rip open the skin or something. But
Also-
one small person in a Quetzal mouth? No, that's totally working.
Lucy
Tito,
can't make eye
Tito's
contact
happy
after that.
to take the mouth. He'll do just like he did on the boat.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
was
double
just
D.
thinking like the smallest creature possible for the mouth makes the most sense.
I mean, Tito's only like, what is it? Like
Lucy has
5
boundaries.
We could just stork it that for her, and make a little like he said, like a fashion, like a rope swing for her to just you bite the rope and hold her. You should have to be in your mouth, but
I'd accept
I
that.
like it better if you're in my mouth.
that's what she said.
We're past the crush, Oliver. You're going home to Penny.
I'm a Quetzal. It's not even the same thing.
Yeah, is it cheating if you change species first?
Oh,
I think if you did it
Wait,
knowingly,
didn't you guys
definitely.
try to
Yeah.
The
sell
Quetzal-
somebody
hang
who was
on.
a horse to a thing one time?
The Quetzalcoatlus is considered to be a medium animal for the purposes of determining its carrying capacity.
It's just a
Oh.
huge creature.
That's insane.
It has bird bones though.
So does a pterodactyl.
There's a giant eagle. A giant eagle could still carry a person or two, though. Like they're powerful flying creatures.
You polymorph all of us into little Quetzal babies, and then you polymorph into Quetzal, and then you hold those in your mouth. It'll feel better because it'll be natural.
How long can you guys last in the bag of holding?
10 minutes.
No.
As long as I need to.
Because we could just take breaks.
Party wipe
Swap out on the back. One person's out on my back, and you guys are switching.
We still have our bag of animals.
Yeah, but what happens when
Yeah.
like, the one person that's out of the bag?
We could all
isn't
take an
there?
animal and
I think
ride.
you gave it to me because you were sad.
Yeah.
What is a
I
bag
killed them
of
on purpose.
animals?
Yeah, you have it.
This one
I
says
get it out
Like,
and
does
throw
it
two
just-
of them on the ground.
I fed them to a dragon.
You throw two of what onto the ground?
Let's find out.
Oh, Badgie and
Yeah.
I get a giant rat and a badger.
oh, Badgie.
God forbid we get a giant elk.
What is that?
We literally
Where does
never
this come
have.
From?
No, you did once.
The bag?
You got the giant elk once.
Oh,
Is that when
we didn't give it a
that
name
did?
then.
Yeah, that was when we were in
fed
the
it to a
shadow
dragon,
realm.
didn't
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. Okay.
Yeah, I fed it
Oh.
to a dragon. I purposely sent the animals for the dragon to eat them so we could keep going.
Sounds like a
heard a
smart
story.
strategical sacrifice.
I'd heard a story about the animals being sacrificed, but I didn't realize that you had a bag in which gave you. So
They're
now
just
what do
here
we do
until
with
the end of
these
the day.
guys?
It's not like they're meant to
Okay.
be sacrificed. And she's not making eye contact with the animals at all. And she feels really bad.
Well, do we
You
give
look
these?
at Bilby and Badgie right now.
Which one's Badgie? Which one's Bilby?
Which one do
Badgie's
you
the
think is
badger.
Badgie?
The rat.
Idiot.
Get out.
She says with earnest. Okay, so are we giving these to maybe somebody in town and swapping for a carriage, or what's the idea? They're very
gonna ride
hungry. They'd
them?
eat them. We can
No,
ride them?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that again.
Well, you don't
I-
have to. They will.
I'm gonna go ahead and say people won't fit into your mouth without risking you just swallowing them. That because the way what it looks like is the way that you're holding them is you're holding them in that little throat pouch, which is just a weird head turn.
From stomach acid.
Nope. And then you're in the throat. You can't breathe. So what do
And
you
then
do?
change back.
Then your neck explodes. I'm gonna say the mouth. Like eat every single round you're rolling to see if you accidentally swallow them.
Yeah, Tito doesn't
What
want that
happens?
position anymore.
What about the stork thing? The
Wait,
holding somebody
is
on a
Tito
rope
big enough?
in mouth.
No, we ain't riding
Yeah,
in
we
the
have
mouth
rope.
if that's the mechanic we're using.
I'm thinking you're big enough that it might be an advantage roll for surviving the mouth. Whereas
Well, why
Lucy
are
would
we
be
going
like
in a mouth?
triple
We're not.
disadvantage.
You don't need to
We are
do it
not going in a
all.
mouth.
It's because
Mouth-
Oliver
mouth, no.
thinks that way on everything, and no one wants to go into your mouth. Well, maybe Penny.
I just thought it was a good way to travel.
You know what's good for your mouth, though, brother? That old midnight banana.
Also, I think the Quetzalcoatl can carry 1,800 pounds, is what I've determined because it has a
Okay.
strength of 15. It's a huge creature. So I saw
Okay,
a
so-
variant, but it is 1,800 pounds. But the mouth will not work.
Okay,
So-
can we put a rope in my mouth, like if that they put in the horse's mouth to like have reins, and or just tie it around my neck?
Right around the feet. We'll just run to keep up until you take off.
I mean, you can if you get a low roll. You're gonna choke yourself in it.
You'd have to tie a rope pretty
Alright, so-
crazily to choke a Quetzal, I think. It's mainly like it would be like it wouldn't be knotted here. It would be knotted around them, and like the weight would be neck
They're-
would be holding it.
They're mostly neck.
What if we're thinking of this wrong? What if you hold a rope in each foot, and there are 3 people attached to said rope, and then one on your back?
Who's
Fuck the
failing
neck
the
and mouth.
dex throw for holding on?
We could tie ourselves to the rope, right?
You're not
What
wrong.
if we just walk?
No.
What I was thinking is, set up a harness that.
I think Boris says
Yeah,
no.
I'm sure that in this situation, and there's got to be somebody who is a decent knot tire.
I'm not. Too bad.
Whoa!
No, I'm not good.
Would that be like a survival?
You are, Grandpa.
I love it.
Because, like, I got a +2 to survival. That's not tying, I think.
I got a plus nothing. I just been rolling.
I have a
around.
+2 in survival as well, if that's what it would be.
It's like
Probably.
Why are you making us need a ranger? Why are you doing this to us?
what? What?
Could
Who's died?
we?
No one yet. Yeah,
I mean,
know.
we could do the other thing too. Is we could just go find a cart and let the Quetzal carry the cart, right?
Yeah.
And
I
then if
think
we
that's-
happen to need to exchange 2 Billy, Bobby, Brownie badgies,
I just don't know if
Wait,
talking
for
with them is
cart.
gonna go well. I don't think it will.
No, I don't
Well,
think you negotiate. I think you steal the cart like your original
Yeah.
thought. In out.
Yeah, you just-
Let's go.
yoink. Yeah.
Yeah, but Oliver's chaotic good. So you would do that. They're
Okay.
not using him anyway.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I feel like for your own survival, Oliver has no issue stealing
Yeah, they're-
unused carts.
all their animals are fucking dead anyway. It doesn't matter. Like they're not doing anything with them.
Hey, Badgie, if he's okay with me.
Can hear you.
Badging.
Probably like undead horse.
Badger noises.
They keep trying to hunt me.
Tell him no.
So-
we are still stealing a cart that's in use.
Well, I say, like, yeah, just if we find cart, carriage, something that seems capable of holding us and being carried by Quetzal, we take.
Okay.
The first one available that seems in good condition.
I mean, you guys can see the village there. There's definitely carts there.
Can we
Okay.
roll to see which one's in good condition?
I mean, they all look to be in. They look like they haven't been used. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of moisture to make the wood rot. So they just kind of seem.
There's no obvious axle damage to wheels.
No, sorry, I was laughing at Jacob. He said roll to seduce the cart. I was just thinking of Oliver.
We got taco.
Deal.
Meow, chicken, meow, meow.
36.
Dirty 20.
Wow. I mean,
Is this the suppression roll?
I do it in interpretive dance.
you two and the cart find a room, fade to black. All you guys hear is
One in
creaking.
the front, one in the back.
We come out with 5 new carts.
Also some splinters.
Everybody gets their own.
I'll take splinter damage if we all get our own cart.
That's
Really
great.
uncomfortable, Splinter.
So,
Mm,
what's the plan? Have we decided on a plan yet?
Yeah,
we just seduced the
steal
cart.
one.
All right. Oh, you're stealing a cart. All right. So, you're all going together to the cart?
No, I just
Just
turn
the
into a
Quetzal.
Quetzal. I go grab one, come back to them, and then fly off.
We didn't
Sounds
lose
good,
just
and it
kinda
worked.
Like that.
Yeah, and and then you say, "Okay, sounds good."
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
Wait, really?
You know. And you bring the cart back and you land it. And then you guys go to climb in it and you see someone fetal position in the back of the cart.
Can I make a perception check to not take one with a fucking person in it?
Your Quetzal passive perception's pretty garbage.
So,
Yes,
does my
it's
passive
from
perception
that.
tell me what kind of human this is? Male, female, adolescent, child?
Male.
Adult.
Just gonna pick him up and set him outside the cart, gentlemen.
That's kind of my thing. Is I think we just set him on the ground and call it a day.
Fine.
All right, you lift them up. They're weeping gently.
As
You
we
said
get
there's a
everybody in the
badger.
cart. Oh, never mind. How far away? I didn't fly far. Can I pick them up with my beak and just like fly real low and drop them off back at the village as I fly away?
Why are we taking them back to the village? Can't we just give them the 2 animals and they'll be happy that they have supper?
What?
I don't know if you can eat them.
Our animals.
You have an
You're
entire
making me do it
fleet of
again.
animals.
Like there's
Hold on,
summons.
Abachi.
He's starving.
No eating them till tomorrow.
We won't see them they will be gone.
That's the point. You tell the person no eating until tomorrow.
Oh, as soon as as soon as we're out of sight, they can eat them. It doesn't have to wait till tomorrow. What if he dies between now and tomorrow?
He's not starving. He's still here. He's probably been here for 10 years.
He's definitely starving.
Let him have. How about this? I will make you a promise. Once we're out of this, I will go with you and we will buy you a badger, and you can
You
name
have a
him.
piece of Tito's bagel.
Can they even eat them? They're summons.
I don't know. They
No.
can try. You gave them to a
No.
dragon.
I
do you
didn't
know?
do that. I wasn't there because I would have said, "What? It can fight, but it can't eat it. It just disappears when it hits 0 hit points."
Why are you telling this
Before
child
we,
this?
Not a child.
Not you, the other one.
I'm a Quetzal.
Oh, you can't say shit then. Good
Yeah,
luck.
I'm cawing loud in your face.
But we know you well enough to know that's what you're saying. You're calling
I
us
don't
out
think
for
we
bullshit.
have time to care about this child.
It's-
It's a
I
child.
point my
Alright.
beak at the village that's like 60 feet away.
Yeah,
I got a
It's
dog.
more than
At
60
this
feet
point,
away.
I think you
I'm
can just
getting in
pick
the
it
cart.
up and fly back.
Well,
Yeah, but you
we
guys,
food,
both of
right?
my feet are going to be
Get some
holding the
food.
thing.
Just leave him. He'll make his way
We would
back.
have some food.
Are they still in the thing?
Tito picked him
No.
up and put him outside the cart.
Okay, well then I'm taking off. You fuckers better be in there.
I'm in the
Okay,
cart.
I'm just
I
gonna
need some
yell
food.
back good luck in common.
Okay, sounds good. We're going.
Clangeddon's
get the
best
food?
blessing upon you.
Are we the bad guys?
He's
that
probably
child-
undead.
Someone's story.
Can't find their
yes.
way back, then you know, natural selection.
Yeah, man.
That's not
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
we're-
sleeping in
I-
the car
I
and you
didn't
just
go-
took it.
We didn't do this far away from the village. I'm not expecting them to like chase me, so it would have been within like 100 feet. Like I go swoop in, I grab it, I can put it down, get in the fucking cart, and we go.
Alright. Everybody.
Oh yeah, it would have only taken like
Uh,
6 seconds or whatever to get them on the ground. Just like pick them up.
Give him a little pat on the head.
Yeah, Granddad says you'll be fine.
You know, break them over the knee first, and then
and then,
Give him an RKO.
perfect. So you guys drop the poor
gently
sickly
sit them down.
person out of the cart.
It was probably a hag.
No, I would have liked him.
yeah.
Maybe that's what he's squawking about.
It's a hag. Oh, no, Oliver loves it. And off
Was-
you go, leaving that person behind, weeping softly. They don't move as you go. They just lay there.
We can't trust them if they're here.
Sounds good.
They were probably gonna like backstab us.
Looks like he needs the nap.
They didn't say anything that whole time, right?
No, the guy.
No, okay.
The person just cried.
Okay. Sounds good. We're gone.
Perfect.
You always sleep better after a good cry.
It's true.
Yeah, man. And
Really wipes you out.
Yeah, it does. That's true. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't cry.
Oh, I do.
I've never seen him cry.
Oh my goodness! Imagine. Oh no, I can't do it. That's sorry. No, I'm talking to Jacob again. Jacob's putting evil thoughts in my head, and I'm not gonna do it to you guys.
I thought you were trying to cry.
We're just trying to get it. We're just trying to survive, man. Like, I don't know. We got attacked by a dragon. We're doing the best we can.
Do you want to know what he wanted me to do? He wanted me to make the cart a mimic. Imagine. You're.
Yeah, but there's a person in
Just
it.
told us we couldn't get in a mouth, and then we got in a mouth.
It just closes. And swallows.
That would be the biggest bunch of horse shite.
And
I'd
it's
laugh.
funny. It doesn't really make any sense, but yeah, it's funny.
Mimics can be anything, man. It doesn't make any
Yeah, it
sense.
just has, like, a
You're
person
right.
in it.
You're right. It doesn't make sense. The mimic just felt bad for the person, much like you did. And I was like, I don't want to eat it.
Person was its lure.
Sorry.
Here's what it'd be. When Tito try to pull the person out, it doesn't move, as it's the tongue.
Yeah, and then you get stuck to it.
That is a good idea. Anyways, so the Quetzalcoatl. How long can you polymorph?
Und hour, yeah.
Und hour.
But I can do it 4 times.
Okay, so 4 hours of Quetzalcoatl at faster. So
And some hastes, yeah.
4
Yeah,
hours.
let's just. How many times can I quadruple haste?
So we'll do it 4 times, then we'll sleep. What the heck? Sorry.
I can do.
All of that work to get 4 hours of travel, and then 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
to be
but
fair,
the ground
that
that
4
we'll
hours
cover.
of travel is an
will be-
insane distance.
Yeah,
I can
that's a
I can
long
twin
friggin' way.
haste.
You don't need to
twinning
twin
won't
it.
Work. Yeah, I can just. How many times can I do haste? In a day.
Because you can dash, so you're going, what, 720 per turn?
When I'm hasted, my speed is doubled, so 160, and I have 2 actions, so I can dash twice. So that's 160, 160, 160.
3.
Right?
Yeah.
I can do
Is that
4
it?
hastes.
Yeah. 360. Wait. 90. No. 80. 80 times 4. 5.
320.
Do we want to waste
good.
that many spells though? Like my top spell.
I mean, I'm wasting my top spells as well. If we don't get
You
a
might as well both do it then.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so that
I'm trying to get us
320.
closer so we don't have to waste as much tomorrow, and hopefully we can get there. I don't know.
So with
I don't-
4. Oh my goodness, this is.
If a Quetzal leaves train station A, traveling
No, shut up. I don't need that trauma
It's
right now.
480
Times 4.
times
If we're-
4
Mhm.
times 2.
Mhm.
3,840.
and that's just on the minute of haste.
I would just like to say, damn. Okay.
We're like a
You cover about
jet.
You cover about a day of the 3 days of travel in the 4 hours, roughly. So you have about 2 days of 2.5 days of travel left. You were going, based on the amount of time that you went in the 4 hours. So you're going much faster than you were going as the Quetzalcoatl. You had about 3 days left. As the Quetzalcoatl, you knock off an entire day of travel in those 4 hours. So you have about around 2-ish days left. So you can go to sleep and then do it again the next day, and then you have like a 1-ish day of travel left. But on day 2, you start to see more undead. on the roads. Like you're hitting the you leave farmland and you start to see more little towns and villages and people as you travel. So air travel probably not the best choice. Just a gigantic bird flying through the air.
So we do at least get one long rest after this 4 hours.
You get about a day and a half. So I take off 2 of your spells. I don't know how many times you haste, because Lucy could technically haste all of her spells in one go if she wanted to, which would get you a little bit over a little bit over. Like you have about a day and a half left. Then a little bit as the Quetzalcoatl flies.
Okay.
So
Common
on
expression.
foot, you're looking. Yeah, on foot, you're
Take
looking.
away 2.
Hmm?
So take away 2 3rd level spells.
For
we get
the
rest?
Quetzalcoatl, it depends on how many you burn. Do you just do them all at once, or do you spread them out? Do you match up with Oliver, so he Quetzalcoatls, you haste? Or do you haste, and burn them all?
I thought we were doing that. Like we're haste.
Okay, so then you're out of
And
spells.
that's
Oliver.
how we did the 4 hours.
Okay, so you're out of hastes. Oliver, you have 2 Quetzalcoatl left.
Okay.
But you guys have about a day. You have about less than a day and a half left, as the Quetzalcoatl flies. So you have about 3 days on foot left. Unless you want to just risk it and go for it.
And we want to be able to have our spells.
The
but
ground
we
is a
have
little
spells
bit
available.
easier to travel here. You've left the farmland and now you're just in the land. So there's not a lot of it's actually not easy to travel. There's a lot of brambles and a lot of briars and stuff, so it hurts to travel through the wilderness.
So we still have 3 days left, no matter what we do.
If you were to fly, you would have a day and a half. If you were to find a quicker way of travel, less than. But because you can't, if you choose to fly, you have a day and a half, but you risk being spotted by patrols as they are more common.
We do any check-ins with when we rest?
Check-ins with what?
Any?
Yeah, I can. 3rd level spells wouldn't be expended at all, so I could cast Sending.
Okay.
I would just let her know that we're on the way, and that we have a few days travel left, and if there's anything she can do to start preparing or to make things easier, then
Okay.
Come on.
Hang on.
Well, doesn't Kits have pass without trace as well to help with not being seen? So we might be able to keep getting a little closer.
Yeah, that will help with the stealth, obviously, because it gives the buff on that, and that lasts for an hour each time. So I don't mind doing that. I just want to make sure that I'm not interfering with what everybody else is doing. So I can in tandem with that if that's of assistance to the situation.
yeah.
Because all we're doing is just running a risk of being detected and then not having our spells for said detection by it. But if we think the pass without gets us there, we could get pretty close and then camp out and then just have a short walk.
Yeah.
Would we
Seems like a
drink
good idea.
Off too. Can I feed it the Quetzal? If you're worried.
True.
Hang on. I'm doing something.
There it is.
On your sending, you get Father preparing ritual. Scared. keeping me close. Not sure how long. Lots of clerics, necromancers, more guards. Sense powerful magic from city center. Days left. That's the message you get back.
Awesome. So
Did
things
she
are
respond?
amping up. Things are amping up there, it sounds like, and getting worse.
Maybe we can't risk eating.
Yeah, that sounds like we have no time to delay then, so
Yeah, I think we take your pass without.
Yeah, you can do it more times. I can turn into a Quetzal, so.
Maybe we shouldn't do the haste then, so we can save fireballs.
Well, if we save,
Maybe save the haste until we see a patrol, and then we go past it extra quickly and stealthily.
yeah,
I could try to fly a little bit higher, too.
Maybe
I guess yeah. Are these ground patrols or air patrols that we're worrying about?
You've mainly
They're
seen
paw patrols.
a lot of
Sorry.
rider, some chase.
no sky.
No Sky, because nobody likes Sky except for all the girls
Yep.
that watch the show.
Fuck Sky.
Yeah,
Ever suspect.
Sky's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Ground patrols.
They'll
Are
be there
we-
on the
Are we
double.
resting after spending all those hastes? Because I can put haste. Nope, I already spent them all. I think I could put haste in my thing, but I think I just have a fireball in there. May I just leave the fireball in there?
Leave the
Yeah.
fireball in there. We could do like short rests after every set to at least get some of it back.
It doesn't get anything back for any one of you.
Oh damn, they're not that. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Lucy gets her
Not for-
warlock spells back.
I'm not spending those for haste.
Oh, okay. I don't know what your, you know.
My pack
levels
slots are only first level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it wouldn't really do much for us
So
then.
yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Where are we at now? Have I spent 4 spells?
I think we get as close as we can, like we do another full day of air travel, and then that day maybe we can travel by land where we think it would, you know, only be like a couple of hours to walk to get to the city. That's where we would camp out the night before.
Sounds like a good plan.
I guess I would cast sending to Lucy's brother as well and let them know that what Penny said, so that we maybe, I don't know, maybe they can bomb them or something too. Send a fucking, you know, wizard bomb or something. I don't know. I'm just letting them
Maybe
know
they should
because
talk-
things are getting
attack
bad.
The border.
Well, I say we were
To
told that
distract.
we weren't going to have assistance, right? We were told that we were going in and this was just us and the stuff we came back with is what they would
Yeah.
go on. We weren't going to have an extraction team, no additional assistance. It was just us.
Yep, but you know, maybe they can distract them at the border and pull some of their reinforcements or something.
It can't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just making sure I understood that correctly and I wasn't forgetting something.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. Or there wasn't a planned, like, extraction team, but
Yeah, we're not
you know, with
asking for
additional
it.
information, maybe they can do something to help us.
Okay.
So you gonna send a message?
Yeah, I send one to her brother as well.
What does it? Is exactly what do you say?
I just tried to relay what Penny said, and like, it's all of a. I have someone on the the person we're rescuing said this. Sounds like things are pretty dire. If you can take their attention away, and you know, like we're planning to get there in 2 days or tomorrow or whatever.
Can launch counterattack. And you said in 2 days?
I would. I guess I'm not sure when I would have sent it. I would probably send it 2 days before I was pretty confident we were gonna get there.
Okay. Can launch counterattack if it will help. It's risky, but if you could do something about the ritual. Otherwise, we're cooked.
Yeah.
And so then,
The old bomb at the ritual. What
then
if
about
we quetzaled in and dropped a bomb on the ritual?
Penny's there.
We should do that.
Yeah, it's true. But...
Says she's staying close.
We should
I said
quetzal over the city and drop all kinds of bombs.
We weren't sure if we were. I mean, we're supposed to try to figure out what the artifact is that's helping them turn the undead, right?
Yeah, they were saying that, but they were saying that, but I have no idea. I was supposed to like figure out what anything is if everyone that we are around is going to suspect us of things and we can't. Like that was, I don't know, that was confusing to me. Like we can't take on an entire army by ourselves, but also everyone's going to automatically know that we are bad to them or something like that. I don't know.
Well, any intel that we can come out with alive is good intel. If we can get our hands on the device and get it out, that's great. If not, destroy it maybe? Right? That's what you decided?
We can try.
Okay.
I imagine the artifact would probably be engaged with the ritual. I feel like that makes sense. So, if we can disrupt one of those, then maybe we'd be doing 2 for 1.
you guys did see someone though, right? You do realize that you saw someone.
Person?
Yeah, the crying person. How did they react to you?
I figured like in the city it was going to be a little different because I assumed like everyone outside of the city was going to be like, oh yeah, we don't really give a shit about them. Like they're just basically walking zombies, and then
You
the
haven't
capital
seen-
or whatever is.
As you've gotten closer, you haven't really noticed a difference in people's actions. Everybody walks with that same downtrodden, staring at your toes walk. Nobody really seems to be on the lookout, as it were.
So is that just propaganda then? Can I make like an intelligence check to,
You see, I thought I
or
was
is that just what it is?
I mean,
I thought the understanding was that there was the undead that was going to be the bigger issue than it was going to be of other humans reporting us.
I thought it was both.
Okay.
Yeah.
it does. It
I
does. Sorry,
Was
what?
it Penny who told us from the inside that people would report us, or was it my brother who was saying? So I thought someone told us that anyone there out of fear will report you so they don't get in trouble.
That was the impression I got.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he said, or thereabouts. It
That's
hasn't
what
been.
the brother said.
Has it been
Not
true
Penny?
though? Not Penny. Well, has Penny? Did Penny say that? No, Penny didn't say that. Penny doesn't know. Penny's been trapped the whole time.
Yeah. I don't think she would know. Yeah, so it's propaganda then, essentially.
It seems like it could be, because what you've seen is. I mean, you really haven't talked to
Disassociation.
anybody. Seems a lot like just hopelessness, and maybe if something happened, something like maybe you can't trust anyone, maybe you can. You did interact with someone, and all they did was cry. You haven't seen people on the lookout. Nobody seems like they have the energy to be mad. Is the feeling you've got. Whether or not it ends up like that is another question. But the general sense that you've gotten from these people is not one of, look how vigilant they are. They're certainly on the lookout for us, but more like, these people wish they were dead.
Okay. So one of the main reasons I was so focused on traveling by air is because I didn't think that. So if we're starting to get that impression, maybe like the last day we can walk and go through a small village or something and just kind of see what the attitude is, or like if people are talking about certain things. Obviously they're going to be downtrodden, but
Sure. So like you can like try it with like just a small passing group of people, because people are still traveling around and stuff,
mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
like nobody seems to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, people are traveling around everywhere, so that's just like a normal human or normal like people doing things.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, but you can like dip your toes in with a small group of
Yeah.
people and see how they act, and then if it is pod people, then you can be like, oh
Yeah.
no, Quetzalcoatl away,
Away.
or if not, or I mean something in between. So you could check to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Oliver has ever really been around war, so he doesn't really know. He just kind of assumed that that was accurate and that these people were all evil. But like the more we've been around him, it makes sense that we would start to be like,
Yeah, well, and that's like the general feel from the other city is everybody's so evil there and stuff. But really, it seems like a place that has been something not good has happened here, and these people seem even more unhappy than the people that are losing the war.
Mm.
And you've not seen any food at all, like any food. No farms, no animals, just people slowly starving to death.
People from this area, they must not need food because, their affiliation.
or they're just hungry, and they're not being given resources. No, we have rations. I'm pretty sure.
You've also not seen any kids.
You got Ethan.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you've not seen any kids.
Sacrifice.
Why is Penny
Or they don't have the
being kept
nutritional.
again?
Why is Penny what?
I think she's in the body of like the princess or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
I was
princess.
I was trying to remember.
I'm a princess.
She
bitch.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So, do you want to dip your toes, find a passing group of people, see how they act?
Yep.
You do. Just it's pretty easy. As you get closer, you see more and more people very, very slowly traveling, and you see just a group, and you approach them off of not Quetzalcoatl form, and
No.
not on cart.
We would have like waited till it expired, and then we would have like landed, and
Okay.
then maybe
In between,
while we're starting to land, we tried to spot like a group of people that were coming our way.
not close to an undead patrol, which there's a decent amount of, but you've noticed. Yeah, no, there is a decent amount. So you find a break in the undead patrols where there's a group of people, and you land, and they slowly pass by you, and they don't seem to pay you any mind.
I just kind of like look at everybody. Like,
What if I go stand in front of like where they would have to pass like into me or go around me?
So if you stand in front of them, his eyes flick up at you. A man, just emaciated cheeks. Just picture, for lack of a better picture, Holocaust victims. Just no fat on his body at all. Like, it's kind of a horrifying sight. And they look at you, and his lips pull back into kind of a snarl. And he keeps going with his. I guess he doesn't have a horse. He's walking, right? Nobody has horses. And he just keeps walking, and if you don't move, he will just walk into you.
It must have.
Sir, where are you headed?
And at this point, he shuffles to the side a little bit to try to get over you, and he falls over.
I'll
Help him
try to
up.
help him up. Yeah.
He scratches at you. 1 damage.
Fireball. No, I'm just
I did the hellish rebuke that one time.
yeah. That dude was a maniac.
Hellish rebuke of the Holocaust victim.
No.
That was the guy in prison.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I don't like that sentence.
I just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
Just so you know that I
Weird
know that I
button.
didn't do that right now.
That's not what happened.
He scratches at you as you try to touch him. And he starts to just crawl.
Can I offer him a ration? Does he seem to be?
He hisses.
Oh, for fuck. Yeah, no.
And he's just crawling along the ground now.
That's what you get.
Ito,
for
can you
thinking
pick
that-
him up and just put him on his feet?
Why?
Why? So we knocked him over.
He's
You never tried to
hostile
write a
now.
wounded animal? Like, let's just.
Ito, are you like really susceptible to like targeted advertising? Like if like someone's like, you'd really like this thing, it'd fit you in all the right ways. You're like, oh my god, I fucking need that like right now.
I don't know.
What about like propaganda? Do you ever think that like what people tell you might not be accurate? Maybe these are just like really sad, hungry people. 'Cause that's what it kind of looks like to me right now.
Yeah, but didn't he just try to attack us while he was
I mean,
offer ration?
He seemed feral, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there was
I can pick him
definite
up, he doesn't seem
when he
friendly.
looked at you. The sadness did turn a lot to malice. There was definite hatred in his eyes.
Can I healing word him?
You could.
What's your word?
Yeah, I'm going to healing word him. What happens?
He
I
does.
mean,
Does he feel any better?
he stands up. He still looks emaciated, but he does like scramble to his feet and he looks at you. And
Sorry about that.
There's still a lot of malice and hatred in his eyes as he doesn't quite look at. He doesn't make eye contact. He's not like, look you in the eyes. It's more like he looks at your ankles and your legs. And there's like this almost. Roll your insight. Everybody can roll their insight.
Dirty 20.
19.
26.
Wow.
Natural 20.
You guys can read him like a book, except for Lucy.
Which is
This
normal.
guy might need fireballed.
She
Heather
ready a blast.
Just lower her hand at the right time.
There's malice, there's hatred, and there's jealousy as he looks at you.
Was sorry that we inconvenienced you. We're trying to help, and we're sorry for the situation you're in. Is there anyone that you know that might be able to help us help you?
He turns to walk. Aoife, with your natural 20, you get the feeling like he's. It wasn't until he looked at parts of your body that the hatred and the anger showed up. Like he looked at you and he was like, "Wow,
Hates
they look."
boobs.
I like dick and I hate women.
Tits are
No, don't clip that.
No, I like them, I swear.
He saw you. He saw that you were healthy, that you had food, and there was jealousy and hatred and anger that he doesn't have those things. And if you were on the side of the street asleep, he would slit your throat and he would feast on your flesh. That's where this man is at. And you get all of this from his face. You've seen it before, never to this extent, but from where you're from, you're like, that man would eat human flesh. He would eat his own child at this point in life.
I called it.
Yeah, I'd
Sounds
say
like
that.
Fireball.
I'd say those of you that have a pretty good passive like perception would see Aoife like right her back like very straight, and almost like a shiver run down her spine as she straightened herself. And
See that.
she'll look toward Lucy, who she clocks to have some of the most compassion, and just gently
Do you want my
shakes her head.
child?
No, she
Oliver's
just
the one
gently
trying to
shakes
help.
her head. Yeah, but she's just gently shaking her head. Too far gone.
Like,
Just
one of
too far
those
gone.
Rotisserie chickens.
Why do they keep walking? Where are they going?
Sometimes there's nothing left to live for except for death.
God, I wish
I
I was
don't-
an evil character.
I mean, you could.
This would,
I feel like if you're an evil character, this person isn't even worth your time. Like, you want to be doing fucked up shit to, like, people who care. This person you've already won.
I'm talking chaotic evil just wants to kill to kill.
Oh.
murder hobo party.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
Okay, we're good.
We can still do it. Do it.
Do it.
Sometimes
You order
Lucy
kill
has
hobo.
dark thought of just saying the name. Hold on, Dede. I'm not saying that, Dungeon Master. I'm just saying. I'm just expressing. That Lucy has like that
Do it.
that tempting thought of like
Do it.
doing the evil
Do
thing.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Like, there's sometimes where she has this mind of like, I could just do it. I could make it my war happen.
Do it.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
No.
From that nat 20, would I get the conscious thought that ending this gentleman's life would be better service to him than attempting the health, the healing, the feeding?
All
Well,
people have a path to redemption.
that's a question. That's a moral quandary.
Well,
If you asked him,
I
it
roll
would
a
be
D4
yes.
to flip because like I'm neutral and I've seen some shit, and this man is obviously
seen more than any of you
slow.
ever.
He's slowly dying. I mean, this is the worst possible thing.
Not just is he slowly dying, he's doing better than he ever has. Like the clock just got reset a little bit because now he's healed.
Hmm.
But we don't
I
know
don't
if
know
we'll
any of
succeed.
those.
We might succeed.
He has longer to miserate. Yeah.
But I mean, maybe you guys just maybe it's magically induced. You destroy the crystal, and life returns, and whatever fog was on them snaps out of it, and they're all okay. Or maybe it's not
Oh.
magically induced, and they've all just they have seen the depth and depravity of humanity, and death would be a sweet release for them. Or he's just really hungry and he gets some food and he feels really bad and he spends his life making amends. I mean, that's not a question that anyone can answer.
I'm just thinking
I
from
think-
the malice and the hurt. Like the jealousy thing is what was key to me, and you said it was coming from a place of like going without and like wishing for that. But
We're well nourished, and he's skin and bones. I'd be jealous
yes.
too.
But again, where I'm coming from is like, is this man morally more constitute to be that malicious, that evil, that vindictive, or is it the jealousy of, I just miss that and having that health and, that, or is it the, like he said, I will slit your throat and eat you because I'm at that point. Yeah.
Once again, you have no possible way of knowing what depths people will go to when they are pushed this far. Hunger is one of the worst ways to die. It sucks. You're in pain constantly. And so when someone gets pushed to that point, who knows what they're going to do? Like in the Bible, there are stories of people eating their own children because they were so hungry during the famines. I mean, would I do that? I would hope not. Who knows, right? So you don't know if you gave this person a nice meal. Would they be like, oh, I feel so much better. In fact, what they would do is they would throw up.
Yeah, you'd have to feed them a little bit.
It would be worse.
Yeah, you have to help them along slowly.
I'd be making jerky day one, dog.
So, I honestly, your natural 20 gets you the fact that this is such a morally gray area. What you do is like, oh,
you have an existential crisis.
Oh,
Really flipped it,
you've not witnessed this before in one of the more evil societies on the face of the planet. Even in a society of evil, you have not seen this. So for you, it's a little bit like, we don't treat our own like this. What the heck?
I'd say, along with that, since I did roll to see where it landed, and it landed on the side of no for me, I'm going to keep myself within distance of Lucy. Just again, knowing where her compassion lies and what I've seen presented. Just to try to get myself in a better thought process as to not want to help ease their suffering in the wrong way.
Okay.
So,
Meanwhile, I am trying to, because I don't understand that.
What you got? What'd you get on your insight? You got a 19. I mean, you understand some of that. It's not quite as crystal clear as with Aoife, but you have an idea of like, there's a hint of jealousy, anger, a bunch of negative emotions, and there might have been like a lick lip in there as he looked at your fatty gnome thigh.
I mean, I can't blame him for that.
Buck up and move along.
I was gonna say, I turned to the group. I think we continue on. He's of no threat to us, and we don't know. Is it magic? Is it pain? Something is wrong. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can't.
Can we try to tell?
Help him now.
When he says that, Oliver would be like, "Is it magic, or is this just like they've been starving their people? Like, can I try to figure that out? I'll cast. I don't know if this will do it, but I'll cast detect magic.
Okay.
Because there's some kind of magical essence like affecting this creature, this human being, or does it seem like it was more of a like good old-fashioned starving your own population?
As you cast detect magic, you do your normal, you reach into the weave, the arcane energies flowing through the land, and you grab those strands and you start to tie your spell together, and you feel something which you've not felt in a very long time, and you finish the spell, detect magic, and it's different than with polymorph, because polymorph's a different school of magic. Now you're actually opening your senses to the arcane and the energies as you try to sense it, and you cast your spell. You cast detect magic, and you don't sense magical energies, but what you are left with is this slick, slimy, oily feeling from where you had cast the spell, staining your soul, and you've not felt it
Since Arkwich.
since Arkwich.
I see him get pale.
And he does. Oliver looks visibly shaken, and he looks a little bit sick to his stomach.
Oliver, what's going on?
Did he hurt you?
The corruption here is.
You lost your accent.
I don't think the corruption here is being caused by the either Arkwich itself, or it's something. It feels like Arkwich
He's here.
when I just cast that spell. That like disgusting, grimy feeling of like touching, your magic abilities to, pull from that, and it just feels like your hands covered in dog shit and oil.
That's the ritual.
Maybe
So
they're
physical.
trying to bring it here.
Would
This
this
is what the-
ritual be something they're casting on the individual populace, or is it just affecting the area?
I think it would be the area and the people in it. Do these people kind of look like what we saw through in Arkwich? Like they were real far gone, but like,
Check it down. Right.
does it have a similar?
They have that. I mean, they're not as far gone, but a lot of the mannerisms, like when you truly saw them, are similar.
So it's feeding off of them, like it was in Arkwich.
So like an
I-
arcane battery is being
Like an arcane being that is sucking the life out of everything here. And they're doing it to them.
I would like to cast. I don't think it's going to do anything. Dispel magic on the individuals that we've been talking to and interacting with.
I cast detect magic. If you like,
Yeah,
that's what helped me figure it out. He didn't have any magical essence to him.
Oh, he doesn't.
That's what I understood. I think. Is that right?
Sorry, say that again.
I didn't detect any kind of magic
Yes.
from him, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If you want to feel what he felt, you could theoretically try to cast dispel magic. It's in a similar vein.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'll go for it. It just, any spell 3rd level or lower ends. For each
So-
spell 4th or higher on it.
You don't pull from the same vein of magic. You know this. You're not an arcane. You're a divine caster. So you start to weave your spell, reaching into the power of the divine and your deity and your oath, and you pull it from the land, and you start to do it. And as you are casting your spell, you feel on your hands like you are running like you just touched a bunch of oil, and your hands are now all slippery. But it's not your hands, because that's not how spells work. More like your soul. Your soul
Yeah.
has a little bit of slippery, gross, not just oil, because that's not what it feels worse than that. Just like a stain on your soul now, and you cast dispel magic. It fizzles, of course.
Sorry, there.
No
No
worries.
old fell and I heard the thump and ran up.
No
You're
worries.
good.
He cast dispel magic. He wanted to feel Arkwich for the first time ever. It feels really bad. You actually roll your Constitution. The only reason Oliver didn't have to is because this is not the first time for Oliver to have felt
Yeah, it
this.
is. Quite a bit, unfortunately.
You-
19.
You throw up. You almost hold it back. You're like, and it's just in your mouth, but you throw up, and
Resuscitation.
it's gone.
Wait, I'm gonna make a con save as well because he kind of threw up in front of me, and I'm not feeling good anyway. I got a 16.
Yours. You can choose if you want to. You made it close enough. You can gag.
Shall
But-
we all?
We need to get to Penny right now, or she's going to Arkwich again.
Or is this the last chance that anyone has to stop this, and we need, like... I feel like your brother needs to know that this might be, like, the end. Or the beginning of the end.
Oh,
You take the whole.
Like, if this goes through, and Arkwich is pulled through, what's going to stop it at that point?
Yeah, it'll be the greatest battle this world has seen in ages.
Yeah, and one that we're already losing.
Remember, this is not like if Arkwich is pulled through. Like, you guys have the divine background of this. You know more than that. It's the battle of the gods, right? If Arkwich gets pulled through, ancient deities that have a grudge get pulled through. So it's not just a battle between humans. It's
Yeah, no. That's why I said on the scale we haven't seen in ages. Like, these are
Borin
gods going
is
to
correct.
war.
This would be a battleground, and it would be no bueno.
We would be
Almost no
insignificant.
humans are making it out of this at the end, and some gods may not as well.
might I suggest that we continue to push forward as we're making these conversations, because I don't think that we have no time.
Yeah, we're going, mate.
Do you still have another sending, Oliver?
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Who seems to
I
say
would
something
s-
and doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lucy, go convene with your buddy.
Yeah, I'll-
talk to Andy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send a message to her brother
I
as
don't-
well after that.
No, she's saying this internally. You guys aren't hearing this.
Oh, well, then it'd be happening at the same time, so let's talk over each other. All right, here's what I say.
This is how games work. Everybody at once.
You know what? I'm gonna send a last prayer to Clandidin.
Mm.
Hey, I haven't been the most devout lately, but
It's your boy.
I think I do feel you. I think you're real. I could really use some help right now.
I think you're real. Has divine powers. I mean, you might be. Bro, you can smite.
That's always the interesting thing, is because a lot of people take, like, they're like, are the gods real or not? Like, from real life, like, religion into this. And it's like, no, motherfucker, he's right there, and he's making me do this. It's
Yeah,
it's
like
not, are
Lucy's
they
song.
real? It's, are they
Are
on our
you-
side? Are
Yeah.
they willing
Yeah.
to be
I-
Are you
benevolent?
still active?
I can cast
Yeah.
magical powers from my deity. Are they real? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they an
not,
asshole? Yes.
They could
Not
be
are you
both.
real, but are you
Yeah.
still here, still active, or have you abandoned? Because I've been feeling somewhat abandoned by him. I mean, he did let his entire civilization that worship, a lot of them worship him, disappear into whatever.
Maybe that shows how much Arkwich has already gained power.
Yeah,
Or,
it's
you
either
know,
how
that-
powerful Arkwich is or how much he's abandoned us, and I'm hoping it's the latter and asking him to.
So you
Yeah, hopefully.
reach out with all your heart with that, again, because you've strayed a lot. So you reach out and you do that.
Holy
that-
Avenger, Holy
that
Avenger,
prayer
Holy
in your-
Avenger.
in your mind, in your heart,
And I level up.
and
Level 20.
and you're an Oathbreaker now. Congratulations. That's funny. That would be funny. No, I'm not doing that one. Instead, you you feel almost nothing. Like you get that sense of almost like a void, and it wasn't there before. And now that you're aware of what you're feeling and what you're looking for, you're like, it's like the absence of your oath almost. Not quite, not from where you are, but like even that, like where you can pull from is lessened, is what you feel. Clag, I know you're there, or are you? Uh-oh. So, Lucy, you want to talk to Anduin?
Hi, Andy, honey.
He's sitting there smoking a pipe in your mind's eye.
Buckle up. 'Cause we're going to hell. It's either I stop them killing them all, or they win. Either way, it's hell. Talk to you soon.
Tito, do you want to say anything to anyone?
Nah.
Perfect. If you want to say anything to anyone? Any deity? Are you just like, ding dong dang?
Tito is that deity.
I think honestly, she has not abandoned, but hasn't been a very good practitioner. She's always lived within the world of the sovereign host and the deities and the was it the Dark Six, Dark Nine, Dark Six? So I'd say probably what she would do is kind of just slowly go over the doctrine of the universal sovereignty. As is the world, so are the gods. As are the gods, so is the world. And just slowly in her mind, one way or the other, if you're listening, if we still have contact, I'm listening.
Oliver?
Not hoping necessarily for a connection, but
I think Lythanda would be the only one that I have really come into contact with, and just like never been, of the divine inclination. But I think if there's ever a time for you to intervene, send us back up, provide me with some kind of assistance to try to make this not happen, this might be the time. And if you can do anything, to help us stop the world from ending and potentially coming to your doorstep, then this would be the time.
All right, you beautiful humans, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. I always love the episodes where we get a little taste of the story, because they always feel a little bit more impactful. I like it. We'll be back again next Friday, where we will hopefully figure out this little story arc will be tied up in a nice little bow. Is the goal. So hopefully we have one more where we get to experience the joys of Arkwich again. Join us for that. Here's a heart and a blink, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
I don't like it.
Bye bye. I love it.
I don't like Arkwich.
Bye, Jacob. I miss you. Congrats on the weight loss.
I don't know that I